a void opened in the air. Just suck me up, cause I really don't care. While I'm falling, I wondered if you would miss me when I'm gone. While I'm falling, I wondered if you would miss me when I am gone. I feel so hollow, hollow inside, hollow inside. Promise me everything, promise me everything, but please don't lie. Disappointment echoes in my brain. Anyone would really go insane. Empty hands promised me everything. Gave me nothing in the end. While I'm falling, I wondered if you would miss me when I'm gone. While I'm falling, I wondered if you would miss me when I am gone. I feel so hollow, hollow inside, hollow inside. Promise me everything, promise me everything, but please don't lie. I feel so hollow, hollow inside, hollow inside.
Hello, my demons and imps, and welcome back to another stream. I pressed a button and apparently broke the world, so that's fine, I guess. But hello, everybody. How is everyone doing today? I see we have Asmo. Hope you're doing well, Asmo. Hope that everybody's doing well today. Let's see. We got Spike sitting in the background, Oni sitting in the background, Bash, who's also sitting around, which is nice to see. Thank you guys all for coming tonight. Um, I have been told that I need to work a little bit more on doing just chatting one-on-one time, so that way I can allow people to come on in their slow pace and come and just say hi before we get into anything. So, thank you for the cookie Vash. So let's start with some news from me today. Today I have been basically going back and forth between not feeling my best to feeling pretty okay, and every moment that I've been feeling okay, I have been trying my best to do something with that time. So while I've been feeling good, I've been working on making myself a new model, which I might share some spoilers for that on Twitter when I get the chance. But, anyways, outside of that, I do also have to focus on listening for my puppers, as I am in charge of them tonight, and making certain my cats are given their meds. Which reminds me that I will likely have to go and give Smokey his meds in a really quick second. we'll also be trying to do a few other things today. I just don't know how many things we'll be going through or how many changes I will be making. I know I will have to do quite a few different changes to my entire streaming setup in order to uh, implement more of what I would like for my lore and for my basically background. So we will see uh, as we get further along into this month and hopefully into next month as well, uh, what changes will be implemented and how things will be different. On a different note, though, we are probably going to move right on over and get right on into hanging out with everybody for D&D, as I want everybody to give everybody the chance to say hello and enjoy themselves and their time today. We do have a few people who weren't able to make it today, who I have to work on. Thank you, Oni, for the the resub. I really do appreciate that. You're on a 6-month streak. Amazing. But yeah, let's get over and right on in to hanging out with everybody else. Do have to fix this one thing though, so I gotta quickly fix this and then we can get on over to it. Cause I was not prepared for people to not be able to show up, but it's perfectly fine. So I just have to fix this quickly. Alright. I do have it open to not the correct screen. That's also not the correct screen. I love how things all just don't want to work out for me. So, very fun. Very surprising. But yes, we go back with everybody. Aro,
Okay, sorry,
Spiku,
I'm
and
back.
Hetero, Arden, and Ed.
Hello.
Yo, she'll be back shortly. She's indisposed of at the moment.
That's perfectly fine. I have to go quickly give my cat his medication. So,
Uh-oh.
Spike, tell a
Hi.
story.
Like, what kind of story?
A good one.
Wow.
Oh, damn. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So, when I first got a house, right? First time ever having a house. I moved in with my best friend and a couple of our other friends, and we got a citation from the city because when we'd only been there like 2 days, right? We were still moving all of our crap in. We got a citation from the city saying, "Hey, your yard is overgrown and you need to take care of that." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. We can handle this, right? We're adults." But the thing is none of us had like a lawnmower or a vehicle big enough to get like a lawnmower over to our respective houses, right? So our one friend is like, "Well, I'll get paid on Friday. I'll go and get a lawnmower then if you guys just slide me towards some of the lawnmower," which is great. But the problem is we had less than 24 hours to clean up the yard. Otherwise, we would get hit with a $280 citation from the city, right? So
Oh,
we wait until nighttime because that's the best time to do this, right? We wait until nighttime. Our friend James, who is he's a very advanced level like engineering kind of like genius kind of guy, right?
hmm.
Built a flamethrower, and he was
I
like,
mean,
just light the yard on fire and then put it out as it gets down to like reasonable levels. And I'm like, okay, this seems like a good idea. Fun fact, it was the opposite of a good idea. So we lose control of the fire for a minute, and my best friend is filling up because the water hose does not reach to where we had lit the initial fire. My best friend was filling up the garbage can with water and then coming in and like pouring water all around it in order to try and like get ahead of it so it wouldn't get too close to the house or out of our yard. But we did eventually get it under control, and only got half of the yard clear. And then eventually our friend's dad brought us over a lawnmower to handle the rest of it. So it was a fun time.
I appreciate the ingenuity of going, I don't have a lawnmower. Me handmade a flamethrower to cook my lawn.
Listen, we were book smart, not common sense smart, okay?
I mean, yeah, showing some real your dump stat is wisdom moment there.
Uh-huh. Yeah. All of it was in ints, 0 wisdom. Just we can hear Rose yelling for her cat in the background.
Oh boy.
And the best part of that is that this was not like the first time we constructed a flamethrower.
Can I help you?
I mean, they do solve problems a lot of the time.
My little
Mhm.
fellow.
They do.
You should probably put the slushy down so you can deal with the fat boy.
He wants some slushy. Just do both at the same time. Have him help you eat the slushy.
No, he wants to play fetch.
You want to play
Oh.
fetch?
Yeah, fun fact, my cats know how to play fetch.
AKA, your wife taught them how to play fetch.
No, Ma did.
Yeah.
So does our little ginger child. He likes to play fetch. And the older one used to play fetch when he was younger, but he doesn't
He looks
anymore because he's
down,
old.
Come here. Come here, little cracker. Okay. Come here, my little guy.
But yeah, they were like, you can't have nuts, which like I eat a lot of nuts. It's like my favorite snack. They're like, you can't have chips. Okay, cool. Can't have chips. That's great. What else did they say I couldn't have?
What did they rip out exactly? Like one of your wisdoms, one of your just like
It's one of my molars.
Okay.
One of the molars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
To be
the
fair,
farthest the tooth on the right bottom farthest back.
yeah, that would have been one of your molars.
Yeah.
Great.
Like I like watching YouTube surgeries all the time. So like I've already seen the process they go through when doing this particular operation. So I was like, I know what they're doing. I'm just not gonna freak out when the drill starts.
You know, I kind of went through some of the similar shit when I had my all of my wisdoms pulled. They didn't give me any kind of like synthetic or anything. They just stuffed me full of bandaging and cotton and went, "You are on a liquid diet for 2 weeks." So it became a lot of drink soup or make Chef Boyardee.
Fair enough. Actually, that's another funny thing they told me. So because I got like the skin graft done, like I can't do anything with a straw for like 2 weeks because there's a chance the suction might rip the skin graft off.
Yeah.
Hi, Victor. Hi, everybody. I'm back.
Hi, welcome back, Rose.
So,
Yeah, you gotta be real careful with dental stuff.
Well,
where we left off last time, you guys were on your way back to the tavern.
Oni mysteriously died. We don't know how it happened.
Oni died of mysterious circumstances, and Misty
True.
returned back to the tavern first to reveal probably those mysterious circumstances to
Which is weird because she wasn't even
one
there.
Capri.
I would make the joke. Is Spiker just carrying Autumn, or is she walking beside him?
Yeah, we
That's a
never
good
actually got
question.
out of the hole. So is
Oh,
she
we
just
did.
still like on my back?
That's a question for you
technically-
guys, not a question for me, guys.
You guys technically did finish up down there, but you never left yet. I think we left on the note that you guys were on your way out.
I feel like she would have like told him about the weird thing that happened, and just like because of how damaged she's still is, she was look at him. Help.
But wait, what? Okay, refresh my memory. What weird thing happened?
So literally what happened was as we were leaving the thing, she pulled out a strange coin out of her coin purse, and then when she recounted all of her coins, she was missing 50 silver.
Okay.
So she now, in her hand, has the mysterious coin that ate her coins.
And we know that that coin is responsible.
Yeah, because it's moving.
You show it to the Spaiku. Spaiku doesn't see it move at all. It stays
Oh,
completely
so
still.
only I see it.
Hmm.
So only I see it move, right?
Nope, it stays completely still.
Huh.
You're revealing.
A coin.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you really
So-
think if it was moving, it's going to keep moving the moment you've got it?
I don't think so. I
So
kind
Spike
of
will look at it and be like, "What are you showing me here? What's going on?"
I want to try something silly.
Okay.
Rose,
Mm-hmm.
can I give me a moment here?
Can I shocking grasp the coin?
Uh,
Can I do a tiny mercy?
Can I grab a silver coin from my pouch and put it towards the weird coin I have a grasp on?
Sure.
Cool. I will remove one silver coin out of my pouch.
You take a silver coin out of your pouch and put it next
And
to the coin in your hand. It
does
does
anything
nothing.
happen? Huh.
Do we need to have Capri take a look at you when we get back?
You're very sweet. As I said, I did get hit real fucking good though.
For real. Yes.
But something's weird with the coin.
Something coin.
Yeah.
So you think this coin is possessed? Is what you're telling me?
Yeah, I think so. Because clearly, as I said, when I checked my coinage, I was missing about 50 silver.
Let's see. What do I got? What can I do?
I think Capri might be able to identify it.
Can I detect magic on the coin, Rose?
Yeah, you can. There is no
Okay,
magic.
Oh, there's no Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
The point being, though,
All right.
let's get
Well,
back.
let's keep it separate from the other coinage for now, and
Okay.
let's get back to the end.
Then what I'll do is, because I have a small pouch, because my girl has a pouch on her body, she'll put the singular coin in that pouch. It's not in the
Okay.
coin pouch, just one of her side pouches that doesn't have any items, weapons, coinage. It just has nothing in it.
All right.
Oh yeah. Out of curiosity, did we ever discuss how much coinage Oni had on his body?
No.
I mean, we're just gonna leave it there. That seems not unlike Spike and Autumn.
Well,
If
I mean, you
memory
guys
serves,
took it. I just don't know.
Oh, we did.
yeah,
Yeah.
you guys took the thing, and I believe he was going to give you a number based on what was found.
Aw.
Well, we'll get it from him next time when he comes back. For now, we'll just get out of the pit that we're in.
The only thing I
Yeah.
remember about coinage is there was 4 platinum and some odd silver coins, I think.
Oh no, it was gold, gold, platinum, and silver.
Hmm.
He had a little bit of
Because
each.
I stole 3 gold, 1 platinum, and a couple silver from this man's pouch, aka Spaiku.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Oh yeah, that's
Vance.
right. Because you did do sleight of hand. That's right.
I did. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude.
No, you're good. It happens. It happens.
But yeah, I
Trust
feel like with how like damaged she is, I feel like she'd just be like, "It's up to you, man."
If
But
you
I'm
carry
fucking
your back.
tired.
Yeah, I carry her back up the cliff. It's not really a cliff. It's
It's a
A
hole.
hole.
Yeah, you
Yeah, it's
did.
a hole.
We did come out of the hole. It's just us getting back to the tavern.
You carry her
Okay,
all the
so
way back to the tavern.
yeah, I don't see why not. It's fine. We'll do that.
Okay. What
Just
kind
slowly
of
dragging
carry
Autumn
are you
around.
performing? Are
Yeah,
you
bro.
Piggyback.
Piggyback?
Piggyback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Autumn, you've been piggybacked all the way back to the tavern. How do you feel?
One, I give him another head pat, and then I'm like, thank you. I'm so tired and sore. I will now remember to never open doors again.
Good call. Good call.
It
Love glyph of warding. It's very good.
just girl almost died. It's good time.
Almost died. It's perfectly fine.
But anyways, you guys finally make it back. Do you head on in to talk to Capri?
Yeah.
Probably the best bet.
Yeah.
Capri, I would assume, if anything, Misty showed up back at the tavern here, and instead of talking to you, she walked up the stairs and laid down in bed. So,
Yeah, if that is the case of how that went,
I
Capri's
don't
not going to really
really
commit
know.
anything. Yeah, I would say, could I potentially just so that I, because Capri is that kind of person, could I roll insight to kind of just get a gauge of her demeanor as she's heading off on her own?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Where is my insight? There it is. That is a 16.
You can tell that she appears to be very despondent, very distant. She's got a look of surprise, but also a look of anger and sadness. It's an odd look.
Hmm.
The fact that she is not with Oni either is also surprising, seeing as how, ever since they've met, you've not once seen them not attached at the hip.
Yeah. I think, considering I know I'd been kind of working away at the tavern, um, busying myself after I'd helped Pepper with her situation, I think all I'm going to do is outside of the room I know that the two of them had claimed, I'm going to leave a tray with a drink and a small meal, and just a little slip of paper that says, I hope you're doing okay. Come see me when you're ready to open up, if so. And
Okay.
it'll have like a bad drawing of a beer stein.
Makes sense.
I love the Beerstein drawing. It's a nice touch.
Your daughter Pepper, however, seems to be thoroughly busying herself in order to not continue to have feels.
As you
Yeah.
do.
I've been doing my best to make sure she's got something to do to try and help her. Knowing at least an idea of what's going on, I want to try and help her as best I can without giving her the therapy session that she probably needs. So instead, I will help by giving her odd jobs, maybe trying to teach her a thing or two about the tavern, so that way then she's occupied.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well then,
I will. Yeah.
Spike and Autumn, what do you do?
Okay.
Are you walking in with Autumn still strapped to your back as you walk into the tavern?
I assume that's what we do because you're like, I'm tired, so I'd probably like walk you at least to a chair
Mm-hmm.
and then set you down there.
Alright, go for it.
And then I'm going to walk over after I set her down. I'm going to walk over to the thing and just start pouring myself like a beer.
Yeah, you've already worked in the kitchen and whatnot. You know where most of the kegs are
Yep.
for serving.
Yep. Yep.
She's just gonna wave to Capri. Damaged. Hi, Capri.
He will look your direction and kind of nod to Spaiku as he's off, clearly going for a drink.
Yeah, man,
Hey,
you missed a party. Someone touched a door and it exploded on her,
Hi.
and then
I almost
we found a hole, and I jokingly pushed Kitsoni into the hole, and he took it serious. And then we explored a basement, and now we're all exhausted in here.
You can
well,
roll an insight on that. Now we're all exhausted in here.
considering I've only seen 3 of the 4 come back, am I rolling straight or at advantage?
Oh, you're rolling at advantage because so far this is only 3 of the 4.
What'd you get?
Nat 20.
You bish. I love it.
Yeah, the words "we are all here" is not ringing true, and the words "he took it serious" could mean one of 2 different things. It could mean that he's very mad and not coming back, or it could mean that the fall was much more damaging than originally planned.
While you're pouring your drink, Spike,
Mm-hmm.
Capri's gonna turn to you, kind of like, just kind of drying his hands with a kind of a bartender's cloth. So, when you gonna tell me where a friend is at? Because them words stink something fierce.
I already did. I told you he's at the bottom of the hole. He took it too serious, and now he's not coming back.
Are you telling me that our friend is at the bottom of a hole and he's dead?
I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to go back and get his body and do the burial rites and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what happened. I don't have the energy to carry him and Autumn out of the hole.
Spike gonna get everyone killed again? He's gotten 1 person killed already.
Okay, for clarification's sake, that was an accident.
True. For clarification's sake, that was an accident, as you didn't know, apparently, even though I did mention it earlier on,
I know.
that my
I know.
rule for if you have death saves is that they don't disappear until you take a long rest.
Yeah, I know. That's on me. That's on me. But the point is, it was an accident. I did not actively seek to murder Oni.
Did you attempt any form of healing when you found him?
Nothing worked. The instant he hit the ground, he was dead. Trust me, I've blown most of my healing stuff on other people today, which is absolutely outside of my normal. Autumn's been poisoned. She's
You
almost
can
died
roll
twice. It's been
another
fun.
insight on the set of words of "I tried everything."
I mean, I was half drained when I did it, so technically, yes.
Technically, you pushed him into a hole, realized he was dead, went "oh shit," climbed down the hole, stepped on his body, and then walked all over him.
For clarification, I confirmed with the big lady upstairs that I did in fact accidentally unalive this man.
Yes, but
Because
then
I
you
got an
didn't
armor class
perform.
12.
Yeah, but then you didn't perform any of the healing that you said you just performed in order to try and make certain he was okay.
Because he told me not to.
Out of game,
I mean, yeah,
Oni did
Out
tell
of game,
him.
yes.
That's right. My bad. Out of game, Oni told me not to do it.
on an in-game level, a corpse can't really tell you what to do.
I mean,
It's
that's
okay.
technically incorrect. I'm kidding.
But still, that's a 12, so you do believe that he tried his best to make certain
Oh,
that
thank
Oni was okay, but maybe didn't do as good as you would have hoped because Oni is not alive.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fuck. Okay. Shit. Gonna have
Also,
to.
was refresh my memory. Was Capri there when Capri
No.
was there for the fighting, right?
Yes,
Yes.
he
I
was.
I was
Okay.
there for the fighting, but I left after we had all kind of seen what happened to the tree reverting into a person, and
Okay.
then
Plus,
some
for
person's
most
girlfriend showed up.
plus for most of that fight, Capri was stuck at the door.
Yeah,
Fair enough. Okay.
I hate
We excuse
plants.
Capri for possibly not seeing Oni fall quite a few times as he was stuck at the door.
Yeah, fucking plants. Okay. Um,
Actually.
yeah, Capri will, he'll nod at it, and he seems to be really deep in thought, kind of mumbling to himself.
What are you mumbling?
He's kind of, you can catch probably the occasional mumble of orcish language, but he
Hmm.
seems to be mumbling to himself at a speed that sounds more like some sort of calculations or like is- list making. It's that kind of mumble you do when you're trying to make something and you're going over all the details, but he's speaking in Orcish,
Oh,
so
do I actually hear you saying all these calculations because I speak Orcish?
you were, across the room, but
Oh no.
like he dropped you off over there, and unless you hobbled your way over to the
No.
counter,
That's usually. I have a question. Rose, did you move me over to where Oni or not Oni, Spaiku and Capri are?
Yeah, because I remembered that unfortunately, I miss several things in conversation, and then I have to go back and to listen to the conversation.
Yeah.
Spike said he put you on a bar stool.
Yes.
That's a bench.
okay.
The
Um,
location I put you first was a bench,
well,
not a bar stool.
if there is the question, you speak Orcish.
I do.
Okay, then you hear Capri mumbling at a fast pace, uh, items of note, coin denominations, and questions of is there people who could help? Is there people he could make deals with? Is there things he could sell?
She
In terms of trying to, at least in the long run of it, bring back their friend.
she pulls out a book and puts it down in front of Capri.
He's
You
he's kind of in
see,
a
Yeah.
while you're
So she will.
focused on this, you place down a book in front of Capri, a book that is very similar to the book the one child brought in.
um all right, you place it down, Capri will kind of turn to look and gaze up like does it look identical to the other one or similar?
I feel like you.
It looks very much identical, except the book you have in your hands is brown. Meanwhile, this one is a blue.
And Capri will look to, do I even want to fucking know?
I found when me and Spaiku went down because there was a hidden thing. It was a in the nicest way possible. It was kind of like a home turf for me. It was literally a tiny thieves guild underneath the church.
Great. So it turns out church was corrupt as fuck
It
and they were
was,
trying to
and
fucking
this
kill
is
people.
fuck things. It's this book, and I don't know if this will help. And I want to ask if you can do me a really huge solid. I need you to take a look at something for me.
I'm gonna first, and Capri's gonna reach out for the book, and much like how I went over the original book we found, if I flip to a random page, do these pages look similar to what I saw when I was identifying the original book?
They do look quite similar to when you were identifying the original book, except a page appears to be torn out. If you would like to do
Yep.
an investigation, there is one thing that makes these two books different.
I would be more than happy to. Straight roll?
Straight roll.
Okay. Come on.
Oh, freezing.
Not super great. An 11?
I had them.
Hmm? You don't seem to notice the one thing that I'm thinking of, but you do note that all of the pages seem to be in a different order than they are in the other book.
But there are similar pages?
They are the same pages, just in a different order.
Okay.
Hmm.
Shit. Okay.
With one
First and
page
foremost,
missing.
um, Capri will take that new book and stow it away into his bag with the other. Um, Fine. As long as that's kept out of the way for right now, and figure something out later. What do you apparently need desperate help with here?
So she will then pull out of her little small pouch a single silver coin.
You do not.
What?
You reach into your small pouch to pull out this single silver coin and find a hole in the bottom of your pouch.
What the fuck?
Hmm.
Can I check my coin purse?
You can check your coin purse.
Yes.
You check your coin purse. All of your coins are still there and accounted for.
That's not
Spike,
fucking
do
good.
you
Okay.
check your coin purse?
I swear to yes, I will check my coin purse.
Check
You
your coin
find
purse.
uh, you find that your coin purse is lighter than it was before.
But because I know what it looks like, can I grab it?
He is behind the counter and you are in front of the counter.
Oh, that's true. Spikoo,
Yes,
check your coins.
I am. I'm looking through my coins. As a matter of fact, you say it's lighter. Do I notice a distinct missing amount? Because I keep track of my money
Tell me
meticulously.
how many silver pieces you have.
Oh, I currently have 0 silver pieces.
Cool. Tell me what is the next highest amount of pieces you have?
Gold pieces.
How many gold pieces do you have?
I have 45 gold pieces.
Cool. You're finding you're 20 gold pieces short.
God damn it. I am going to dump the coins on top of the thing.
There is
And
no
be like,
silver
okay.
piece in your entire gold pouch.
Capri, identify this stack of gold. Do it now.
You want me to?
Please, because I think that there's something, because something ate my silver pieces, and now something I think ate all of his.
I can identify things, but I have to be holding the object. You're
Okay.
showing me a pile of coins.
Well, it looks like what you're going to do is you're going to pick up these 20 coins individually and identify them.
Would I, even if he had changed, even if the mimic had changed, would I still be able to tell which one it was?
No.
Because I had the feeling of it. No.
No. Mimics take the form of whatever thing they're in. So, if there is a mimic here, it's really, really well hidden.
Because something ate my silver pieces. And now something I pursued.
Something ate your silver pieces, that's true. And now something has eaten Spike's gold pieces.
And we need to solve this because you know how Spike likes to solve his problems.
Okay, hand me your coin purse.
Me
Okay.
or
Spikers, because clearly this is the one that you guys are fussing over.
oh, then you might want to put
Like-
all that gold coinage back in the.
Oh,
thing.
like if have you poured all of your like
He poured it
gold
all on the
onto?
table.
Yep. There's 20
Cool.
pieces of gold on the table right now.
Then Capri is going to swipe those coins, like he's going to push those coins into a tankard, like all of them into a tankard as best he can. Will they all fit into like a heavy stein?
I would say most of them, yes, do end up fitting into a heavy stein.
Capri's going to go over to the cheapest booze barrel we have, and he's going to fill the stein full.
Okay. You fill the
If these,
stein of coins with booze.
yeah, if they think that there is something
Gold.
eating the coin and such, Capri's immediate thought is going to be either I'm going to scare this thing into thinking it's going to die by drowning, or I'm actually just going to end up killing it by drowning it.
Cool.
Either way, I'm going to attempt to find this critter, if it is actually there, by attempting to drown it.
All right.
So I will pour that, and worst case scenario, I get whatever the hell this thing is, if it exists, drunk.
Okay. So you start filling the stein with alcohol. As you continue to fill the stein, it seems almost like a bottomless pit. As the lovely alcohol you're pouring into it slowly but surely dissipates over time, including, and unfortunately including, most of the coinage on the bottom. By the time
I hate everybody.
By the time you finish, only one coin floats at the top of the stein.
She will grab it.
I currently have it where I am.
Ah,
I'm going to immediately grab it between thumb and finger, pressing hard, and look at this coin.
You have a coin in your hand that is starting to lose shape.
I am going to just like bring it to eye level and quietly speak to it, speak to the coin, like as nuts as my head's thinking this. Buddy, if you's alive, you best be belching up some coin, friend. If you ain't, and I'm just drunk as fuck, stay a coin.
Okay.
I feel like
Well, it can't belch up any gold. So, this thing that you're slowly squeezing between your fingers turns into a liquid like mass that slowly slips down your hand.
Like it's trying to climb down my hand towards me.
Nope, it just slips.
she will.
So slips between my fingers to drop down.
It tries to take form of uh the coin again, but every single time that it does, it turns back into liquid.
Hey, Capri, do
I'm
you
gonna-
need copper?
I'm gonna cup this liquid and put it into a new stein and just put it on the counter.
You have a
As I'm looking-
stein full of what can only be described as a viscous grayish black liquid.
Can Autumn do something silly?
I don't know what you two brought into this house,
She's gonna
but
grab a silver coin.
we ain't feeding this shit if this is eating your fucking coin.
Hold on. I
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna stick my finger into that liquid and I'm going to cast Identify.
Can we give him a name?
Okay.
Can we give him a name?
Remind me what Identify does.
identify. You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some sort of magic imbued object, I learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement, blah, blah, blah. I also learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, I learn the spell that created it. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Okay. Well, it's not an object, so you are touching a creature, and there are no spells currently affecting it.
All right. I
It didn't
pull
say
my
it tells
finger.
you what kind of creature it is, so,
Capri's just making sure.
It's a creature.
Yeah,
Autumn,
so, yeah.
Autumn,
Pulls finger out and looks to the both of you. You brought a coin-eating critter into this fucking house?
okay, hold on a minute.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't up and be, ensuring this doesn't exist anymore.
Because I might have a way to potentially fix the problem. Just give me a
It's
sec.
coin,
Yes, I know.
and we're trying to make coin.
Yes, but I'm willing.
Unless this thing's gonna shit out coin, it needs to die.
It could become an ally like Arachne. Now give me a moment. I want to try something.
It fucking tried to take shape into a thing.
So Autumn, as Capri's trying to talk to her, she's gonna pull out a silver coin and gently put it into the stein.
You put a silver coin into the stein. It floats on the creature.
That's fine. I'm just gonna leave it there for a sec. Capri, can you do me a favor?
I'm not healing this thing.
I know you're not, but I'm asking if I give you, because I'm thinking if I just give it a pouch of copper, if it could sustain itself on that.
So you want to continue to feed this thing currency
Yeah,
in hopes of what?
it becoming our friend, because I don't have Arachne with me right now, if you've noticed.
Yeah, I have noticed that, which I'm assuming I'm going to get an explanation for.
She's molting, which means she's growing.
And
She can't be moved or touched. If
did you think to maybe leave somebody behind to watch over her?
I can go back.
Yeah. How about you go back and I'm going to deal with this?
Here, no, I will take. I
You
will
are
deal with
not
it.
keeping this.
Let me at least take it back with me, because I know where it came from. Which means if I can find something that has more knowledge of it, I can then potentially use it and gain more knowledge of what it actually is.
It tried to shift into a coin. It's eating currency. And right now, the only reason it ain't doing nothing is probably because it's drunk as piss.
Well, then
The
I will
silver
take it
coin
up.
that you put into the stein gets tossed out of the stein.
Oh, she will pick up back that silver coin. Huh. I feel like she will try and. Oh, I also have another thing for you there, Capri.
Capri's gonna look to Spike, who, buddy,
Mm.
first and foremost, I will make sure that you get some coin back for the fact that this happened. I don't suppose you got anything in your repertoire that melts shit.
Can everyone tell me your passive perception?
Oh, my passive is 17.
Cool.
15.
Cool.
Where do I look?
Passive
So
perception would be 10 plus your perception score.
Ah, okay. So mine is 11.
Cool.
Yeah, so I have the highest.
None of you notice.
What? Huh.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I have that does fire is Hellish Rebuke. So no. Although I could breathe acid on it technically.
I mean, if you can do that, that'd be great.
Yeah, but that would be a whole lot of damage to the inn. Like, I'm not
So
even
that's
joking when I say that.
if
Oh,
we
I clicked the wrong. Ignore that.
find
Ignore that. Clicked it in there.
We can go
Autumn-
outside and easily go ahead and
Autumn will grab the cup and be like, let's
Capri's gonna stop you from moving it by putting a hand on it and leaving it on the counter. We already had one extra friend in the repertoire. I'm not gonna let you try and feed something that's eating our livelihood.
Wait, you
No,
put
we
your
don't.
hand on the cup?
Yeah, like I'm covering the top of it.
Cool. Like,
Basically, I'm trying to hold it in place on the counter to stop Autumn from trying to take the stein.
cool. You put your hand on the cup.
So what we're gonna do before this becomes a problem is, Spiku, if you wouldn't mind, if you've got a use of it, you and I are gonna head out and we're gonna carefully point your ability towards this here stein of goo and hope we can rid ourselves of the problem.
That's just
I mean, I got a use of it left. I'm gonna need to crash real hard after we do this. And I mean, it won't be the first time I've thrown up in a cup outside of a bar. So
can we not?
I appreciate the dedication to the party time.
I see
Plus,
it.
if this thing is eating my money, it needs to die. It needs to die hard.
We're trying to make money here, and you want to have a friend that eats money.
It could do other things.
So far, all I've seen it do is try to shape itself into coinage and eat coin.
Well, what if we make
This is starting to sound like one of them weird fancy tales of treasure chests that eat people.
do we have any spare metal?
Spare metal?
Well,
You want to see if this thing just eats metal?
I kind of want to, yes. I want to see if it will. Can we maybe lift up your hand so it can actually breathe?
Capri is going to take from his side satchel one of his sling bullets,
Okay.
essentially just like properly carved metal that can be fired from a sling,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to slide it under his hand into the stein.
Okay. You hear the sound of your sling bullet tink off of the bottom of the cup.
I move my hand to look into the stein.
It's empty.
Check our
Except for
coin
your
purses.
bullet.
Check the coin purses.
So if I move the stein to the side, is there a hole in my bar counter?
No.
But there's nothing in the stein.
Autumn is checking her coin purses.
There's nothing in the stein.
Can I check my coin purse?
You can check your coin purse.
I'm checking the. Wait. Have we been keeping our gold in this room, or were we keeping it in the back in the lockbox?
We kept it in the back in the lockbox, away from prying hands and prying eyes.
So Autumn will check her coin purse.
You still find all your coins.
Spike who's going to say, "Oh shit," and then head to the lockbox.
Spike
And-
heads to the lockbox.
And Capri, knowing full well that he keeps his coinage safely tucked away in his bag of holding, is going to reach into his bag of holding, thinking of that slimy little critter, and attempt to pull it out of his bag if it is in there.
No, you both don't see anything different with either bag of holding or the coinage that has been locked away.
Oh, good. So the coinage in the lockbox is safe. Capri's thing is safe. Now we have to organize a mimic hunt.
Capri, roll me a perception.
Fuck.
You've been at this bar basically all day. There have been people
20.
coming in and out. Cool. There have been people coming in and out of this bar basically all day. There are tables still left uncleared. Even the bar counter still has dishes on it.
So it's like the leftover food, the leftover platters and scraps, but coinage would have immediately been picked up for payments and tucked away where it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
But there's scatterings of plates and food and leftover drink.
Yep.
So what am I noticing then that's a bit out of place here then?
You're noticing on one of the plates that you had not yet gotten the chance to fully clean up is a slime-like ooze that is cleaning the plate.
I don't see it. But like at a game, like, see?
Capri's gonna go over to where it is and lift up the plate with it on it.
Is I hungry?
Does it look like it is actually cleaning the plate, or is it just eating the scraps and potentially eating the plate?
It looks like, for the most part, it is eating away at the dirt and grime from the food left over upon the plate and is leaving the plate in a slightly cleaner state. Your plate is made out of what?
More than likely, a lot of them are like ceramic or
Wood.
Yeah.
wood, but mostly those two materials.
Yeah. So the answer is it's eating the scraps and leaving nothing for the scraps. But it's not eating the bowl or the plate.
Oh. Do me and Spiku notice this too?
Spike's in the basement.
Yeah, I'm in the basement checking our money.
Do I notice this?
Roll me a perception.
I did.
Yeah, Capri will just have that plate in hand, watching it eat the scraps.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's hungry. That is a 17.
Cool.
It's just as good as my passive. Jesus.
Cool. So at first, you're concerned as well about where the creature is. You check your own purse. As soon as you realized there was nothing wrong with it, you checked around everywhere. And as soon as you heard the sound of Capri lifting a plate off of the table, you turned around and saw it.
Oh. That's kind of useful.
It doesn't
I'm gonna
seem
call.
to be getting any bigger.
I'm gonna call out to Spaiku. Hey, Spaiku, found it.
Spaiku had to
Can
walk
I
outside to go
Spike comes
downstairs.
running back up the stairs.
Spaiku had to
Can I-
walk outside to go
Oh,
downstairs.
that's right, because our thing is outside. We don't have stairs.
Spaiku had to walk outside to go downstairs.
Can I grab another plate that just has scraps on it?
Sure. You grab another plate with leftover food.
Yeah, she's gonna go over to Capri, and then she's gonna like tilt the plate more closer to the goo to see if it will jump onto this plate.
I'm just gonna use my free to scrape the food onto the plate that he is currently holding to keep it in place.
You scrape the food onto the plate. The goo immediately starts eating away at all of the leftovers that you scrape upon it.
Can she pet it?
You see a pair of teeth and one eyeball form on this creature.
Oh, can she just like pet it with like her fingertip and just give it like little pets?
Roll me animal
No.
handling.
Hell
With
yeah,
disadvantage, because this is a monster.
that's okay. I'll still roll anyway. That is a 10.
It tries to
Is it-
bite you in between
goodness.
nibbles of its leftover meal.
Huh. I want to call you Chomper.
Oh boy.
Good.
Spike, who finally comes like back into the inn, and he like looks over and just sees it like trying to bite her. And I'm like, what are we
Spike.
doing? What are we doing? What
So
are we doing?
I'm pretty sure that
I have an idea.
I'm not 100% on if it is in fact what I think it is, but it's sure acting like either an ooze or them mimics that people talk about.
She looks at this tiny, like this.
It is on the plate
Plate.
that he is holding.
No.
I told you I had scraped the food from yours to
Okay.
keep it on the plate he's holding to keep it in place.
Can we name him Chomper? Can I look at the
No.
creature and say,
No, we can name him Send His Ass Straight to Hell.
well, think about this. As Capri has seen, and now I've seen, it cleans the plates.
It also eats money.
It eats all the things. It's a mimic. It gets big
magic.
enough, it's going to eat us.
Well,
You said you had found a coin, and then we find said coin in the confines of Spikoo's purse and find his coin missing, but a single coin left that didn't hold shape.
Mm.
This shit shape shifts into what it needs to, and it eats coin, as well as whatever the hell else it can get its meaty little teeth on.
well, maybe we can keep it for food disposal.
As soon as you start
We'd have
running
to-
out of leftovers for it to eat, it starts looking for a location.
Autumn's going to immediately try and go find another plate full of scraps.
Okay, but Autumn, you realize that once this thing gets bigger, it will start to eat other things.
I understand that. It's the same as our girl.
You find another plate worth of leftover scraps, but by the
He go-
time you return, the creature that is on the plate has turned into another plate.
That's how big this thing is at the moment.
You have fed it a bunch of coin. It has slowly grown from a small coin to a pool of liquid, enough to fill most of a beer stein, and now it's large enough to make itself into a plate. It doesn't seem to be growing any larger than this, though.
She tilts the plate towards it to see if it jumps onto the plate full of scrap.
You tilt the plate towards it and put the scraps onto the plate. The plate opens up its wide maw and consumes the scraps, all while continuing to pretend to be a plate.
I'm actually curious. This might actually help us. Give me a moment. So Autumn, because she made some earlier, she will grab 2 good berries because she still had 4 left on her, and she will put them with the scraps of food.
You
You feed
I'm just going to look over at
2 good berries.
I'm going to look over at Capri.
Okay.
I'm going to look over at Capri and I'll be like, we should probably stop this before it gets out of hand.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Autumn, unless you have an argument that states
Yes,
this thing's
because-
going to stop eating coin, it needs to die.
You
The
feed
good
it
berries-
2 good berries. 2 good berries are the same amount of food as if a person were to eat for 2 days. This creature is the size of a plate. So this creature stops eating.
Boom. Which means it won't eat for 2 days.
It continues to pretend to be a plate.
Good berries make it to...
Which means you have to purposely remake those little berries of yours every fucking day. Because if you miss a day, it starts eating our livelihood.
I can
me
take
out.
it back to where I found it.
Hear me
I
out.
tell you what,
Hmm?
Hear me out. Let me dispose of the plate. Rose, what time is it?
What time is it? It's currently pretty late in the evening. If you're intending to put it where I think you're intending to put it, there are way too many people for you to put it there.
So I just have to wait until it's darker and then I can put it there?
No,
Well,
because guess what? As soon as you put it there later in the night, something else is going to step on it and pick it up instead, or it's going to run away and not get picked up at all.
damn it.
So, Autumn will take the plate. I will bring it back to where I found it. But for right now, it's not going to eat for 2 days, which means it is satisfied. Which means until then, I can then watch over Arachne and the plate. Or just the tiny mimic named Chomper. Because that's what I'm
We're not
calling it.
naming it Chomper.
I
Autumn,
named
why do
it
you want to? Why do you want to save the abomination?
12.
You do realize that this is, by all definitions, the kind of thing that eats adventurers.
I understand. But then this could give me time to try and figure out a way to contain it. Because I need to go back to Arachne.
Wait, you can go back to Arachne.
Then give me
You don't need to make friends with this.
it.
Here's what you're gonna do. If you're that adamant in bringing this to wherever the hell you found it, cool. You bring it back there and you're leaving it there. You can eat whatever the hell is there that isn't valuable.
Oh, I also
In
have
the meantime, Spaiku,
Yes.
since you and her up and went through whatever that underground part of the church was,
Oh, he was locked up. It was very nice.
did you happen to notice any sort of supplies or
Oh.
basic goods?
I did find something for you.
Let me get one thing out of the way before you start trying to coax me with shit.
Autumn used her perfectly legal skills to explore everything. So if anybody found anything, it would have been her.
Which is why I said I have something special for you.
I'm not looking for special. I'm looking for whatever the hell they had down there for cooking.
She pulls out
If,
the potion of wispy sour and puts it in front of Capri.
You also pull out the 2 kegs.
Oh yeah, you have kegs, my bro.
So it's 2 kegs of wispy sour?
No, so wispy sour is just the potion. Spaiku has 2 kegs.
You have 2 kegs.
oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I did find these. My bad. I forgot.
It was 2 wine bottles, wasn't it?
Well, I think you found them. I just carried them.
Yeah. So there you go.
Which must have been really difficult, seeing as how you were holding her on your back all the way up a hole,
It's
and then carried
fine.
her on your back all the way back. So
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's just the weight of an average human. It's fine.
So what are the kegs filled with?
they're filled with 2 different concoctions, of which I have the names right here.
Right, meow.
They are very interesting, and you have heard of them, but you've never gotten to experience them firsthand up until now. Yes. Goodness. I love how I set up everything to be a specific way, and then all of a sudden things just want to break. Wonderful.
Bless you.
Thank you. I'm gonna quit. I'll be right back. Well, you guys are all doing this, but yeah. Actually, Rose, do I know what level of wispy sour this is?
It is. Didn't think about
Looks like
pulling
it
that
comes
up,
like
actually.
lemon and garlic.
You can just tell Capri.
It is
Yeah.
a common item, I think. Yeah. Common wispy sour.
It's a bottle of common wispy sour. And then apparently 2 kegs filled with different stuff.
Do you take a whiff of the 2 kegs?
I do. I am proficient with brewer supplies. I have the chef feat and run as an alchemist. I'm sniffing away and attempting to ascertain what these are.
All right. One of them appears to be set in pretty much a cedar cask. So it's not too poorly contained, but it also appears like it has been used several different times and is slightly graying in certain areas.
The barrel?
The barrel.
Ooh, okay.
You assume that maybe, just maybe, the liquid needs to be stored in a separate cask. Otherwise, it may not stay forever in this cask.
Fair. What am I catching from the actual liquid itself?
From the actual liquid itself, you're smelling what can only be described as wild berries and meat in a weird concoction.
Like if somebody was trying to make a homemade mead of wild berries and meat?
Like someone tried to make an alcohol, managed to ferment it, but thought, you know what would be really good in my alcohol? Frogs.
So I'm gonna make a note of a keg of wild berry alcohol filled with slowly
Do you take a, what is it? A tasting of this cask?
Do I remember if it was good or not? Because I drink some of it now that I'm thinking about it.
You remember it was foul tasting. You remember it was
No.
it was oddly liquid in some cases and oddly slurry-ish in others.
I'm just gonna walk over to Capri and be like, "Hey, that one we pour out and fill it with something else, because it's skank, my guy."
I can probably salvage this, at least the
Okay.
booze pot.
Okay.
Definitely not these, as he kind of pulls out if there's any kind of floating within picking distance of one of the frogs.
You are able to pull out one fully formed frog from this cask, but it's kind of like if you were stirring stewing beef. Every once
And
in a
it's like,
while, you feel like you hit
oh,
something
that's
that's not supposed to be in it.
wonderful. Yeah, I could probably strain this and probably salvage the booze at least. It definitely somebody didn't know what the heck they was doing, but I think I can do something. What about this one? And he'll go to the other barrel, the other keg.
The other one seems to be well contained and well kegged. Um, the rings that are around the barrel seem to be made with what you can only assume is either silver or at least some sort of high grade metal with what are they called? Are they rivets or are they nails?
Usually rivets for sealing a barrel properly.
Yeah. They have rivets in on the exterior of them that appear to be made with some form of either what is it called? Remind me.
Steel.
No, not steel. Remind me. Um, what is it called when you remove the horn of a rhinoceros? What is the horn called?
Ivory.
Ivory. Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Interesting.
It looks like it's sealed carefully with some kind of ivory bone.
Okay. Capri will carefully attempt to uh, ascertain the contents of the barrel.
From scent alone, you can tell it's some sort of whiskey created with very, very good quality barley. Do you take a tasting?
I think, yeah, Capri will. He will find a small shot glass and kind of do like a small scoop and hit it back.
You put it into a smaller shot glass and take a very quick tasting. Please give me 2 con saves.
Jesus Christ. Okay. First con save is a 21.
Good.
Uh, the next one is a 16.
Cool. On first immediate scent alone, this is definitely a whiskey. Upon taste, however, this is not a normal whiskey. It is a whiskey that is specifically spoken about, called Draconid's Quadrupled Whiskey, made only by that of dragons and dragonborn specifically.
Oh, is that why I only had to do 1 con save instead of 2?
Yeah, because you've drank this shit before. It's been a while, but you've drank this shit before.
So it's called what?
The Draconid's Quadrupled Whiskey. It has been sealed 4
Right.
times.
Draconids quadruple.
Yep.
This legitimately sounds like something I would immediately order at the bar. I'd be like, quadruple whiskey, give it to me.
It's been sealed and fermented 4 different times in 4 different casks in order to enhance the flavor. On a 16 con save, you are feeling flushed, but luckily not drunk.
I think considering Capri's history with booze in general, he's going to once the shot is hit back, he will place the glass onto the counter, carefully reclose the barrel, and look through Spaiku with a bit of color on his face. Shit.
As this is just going on, like Connor
You
is
found
slowly putting on a ring.
a motherfucking golden mine.
Oh,
Yeah, it does
and
have that effect on people.
because I didn't tell you the name of the other one, I'll tell you the name of the other one now. The other one is referred to as frog juice. It is specifically a drink made by that of what I can only call cave goblins.
Bravo.
Yes. Gerblins.
Well, you know what they say, the only good goblin is a dead goblin.
It is
As this is just
fermented, surprisingly.
Yeah.
there's just
Capri's gonna fix that booze so that it's not as terrible as he's gonna believe it to be. But for right now, those barrels, he's gonna stow them aside safely. Like, yeah, you found some good shit, and you found some frog juice, my friend.
Well, the good shit is good. The frog juice is bad.
Yeah, I'll fix the frog juice. That's some high quality whiskey, and oh lordy,
Yeah, it's got to be strong if it's going to be drunk by dragons.
yeah.
I may
Feeling a little.
note that the quadrupled whiskey that I took a look at, which is a real thing, by the way, is like 95% alcohol. So...
Oh boy, yeah.
All the proof.
Yeah, we're dipping into straight ethanol.
it's
Mhm.
hilarious. Again, as you guys are just doing this, Autumn's just putting on like a red ring currently.
Mm. Okay.
Ah.
That answers a part of my question.
Huh?
That whole underground that y'all were in, was there, like, considering what these church folks seem to be doing, was there potion supplies,
Yeah,
ingredients?
She will then put 5 healing potions on the counter. These are the ones I made.
Okay. Okay.
I also found these. It's either you or I'm presuming. I found these rings that came as a set. I'm currently wearing the red one.
You all immediately take notice as the plate that's on a plate tries to become something like a bowl.
Oh.
Can we do something about the abomination?
Yeah, okay. So how late into the evening is it right now?
Well, I have to leave.
It's pretty late into the evening. Like,
Would it be enough that I could technically close down the tavern for the night to head off if I
Pepper
wanted
already
to?
closed the tavern. As soon as
Wonderful.
as soon as the last two of you arrived, Pepper started closing everything down.
Holy shit, this is the most productive Pepper has ever been. We need to find more of her ex-girlfriends.
Fuck you. Point being though, Capri, can you identify these?
You're gonna have to give me some time here. First and foremost, Capri's gonna, gesture to Pepper. Pepper, thank you for everything. Why don't you take the night to rest? You want to grab yourself a meal before you conk out? By all means, you know where things are.
As soon as she hears you say that, she realizes very quickly that she hasn't even thought about eating ever since seeing her girlfriend, her ex-girlfriend, dead. So she immediately walks in the back. You hear the sound of clinking and clanking as she immediately starts preparing herself something to eat. After about 30 to 40 minutes, she finishes. She brings the plate out to you, hands it to you, and says, "I'm going to bed." Then she goes
All right.
upstairs and goes to bed. She doesn't eat her food.
What did she make?
Roll me a d20.
Sure. Flat D20. What did my kid make? Oh no,
That's a 2.
that's a 2.
Cool. Now I get to roll a d20. And since it's a 2, this is a flat roll. The higher it was, I would have put more to this. But it's a 6. She's made you a failed cobbler.
Oh no.
What does that mean? It means she started making the dough. She made the dough. She finished the dough. She cooked the dough. Forgot the filling.
So I
So it's just a
basically,
plate of dough.
I just have sweet bread.
You have a very, very sweet, what looks like pie crust bread dough.
Philly dough. So you have Philly dough.
Yeah. Capri will absolutely, he's like, all right. I'm gonna go ahead then, since it's nice and late, and I doubt anyone's gonna stop me.
Can you check these before you leave?
I'm gonna eat this pie,
Yeah, I love it.
and I'm gonna go do some looting of supplies before any sort of authorities decide to scavenge whatever the fuck's down there.
Roll me a
Yeah,
con
well-
save there, Capri, as you go to eat your pie.
Oh boy. No,
Oh no, buddy.
that's a 5.
Cool. You take a bite of the pie and find it's 10 degrees saltier than it needs to be. It tastes like she literally started crying while making this pie and then continued to add salt.
Oh, poor sweet girl.
Capri straight up is crying as he's eating this, but he will let there be any left. He will not hurt his child's feelings. He will eat the shit out of this pie, even if it means eating the equivalent of an entire bag of salted nachos himself.
Ha! I want nachos. Thanks, Capri.
The funny thing though, she's again. I don't have the identify.
Look, I'll do it later once I get some. Ooh, that is. Oh, it's like I'm drinking salt water. The
Well,
sea else and it hates me.
well, I would say one of you should wear this because it came as a set. So either one of you gets to wear the other because I can't wear both.
Why
Even though
not?
I
You
think
got
it's
one
super
thingy?
pretty. Even though I look super pretty with it,
I mean, did she just try putting the other one on?
I could try. She will slip
Prob-
on the other ring and see if anything happens.
You slip on the
The
other
blue one.
Ah.
Yeah.
The
Because they're blue and red.
It is the which one is it? This
It's the status signets.
Alright, let me
I'm
just
presuming
pull it
nothing
up.
happens because it's supposed to be between two people.
Yeah, I would assume nothing ends up happening.
Yeah, okay, she will take off the blue one. She'll put it down. Okay, so nothing happened. Can one of you guys try and wear this?
I mean, I guess if Capri's not going to pick it up, I'll pick it up.
Okay.
You give it a go, friend. I'm trying to hold back the entirety of like the closest ocean of salt.
Can you just give like Capri like a bit of like a shoulder pat?
I'm gonna do my best.
Yeah,
It's my child's cooking. I will not ruin it.
I know you won't, darling.
Over here.
I could tell you stories about her if you want.
Tell me stories about my kid.
No, her girlfriend. I spend time with her.
I mean, that I don't need to hear secondhand stories about my kiddos. Fucking.
There's also two sisters.
Oh great.
And
Okay.
they were twins.
They were twins.
Oh my god. Oh, bitch.
Fuck. Okay.
You know what's even funnier? That oh my god, they were roommates bit.
Mm-hmm.
Literally before Pepper was, not allowed anymore in the church. She was a part of the church. So technically, and they were roommates was a thing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Capri's gonna gather himself up and he's gonna head off to the church to do some underground exploring.
All right. Autumn will follow suit with Capri because she has to take care of Arachne.
Okay. Mike, what is your plan to do in this time? Also, did anyone decide to grab the creature? Because as far as I can understand, one of you's doing spelunking, one of you's going to check on Arachne, and the other one's not doing anything.
Autumn has the creature in her other hand. She has the bowl.
She's gonna look really weird just walking through the streets holding a bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, Spike, did you put on the ring?
I mean, I did. I put on the ring.
Okay.
Does it fit over my giant dragonborn hands?
It would.
It oddly enough fits to your size, no matter who it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
But here's what it says, this magic item. The silver rings come in pairs and indicate the well-being of its wearer. If you and another friendly creature you can see are wearing the rings within 100 feet of each other, you are magically aware of the other creature's current number of HP and their condition.
Oh.
Ow.
That's handy.
That's what your status signet ring says. So immediately both of you know exactly how much HP the other has. Please say your HP aloud and write it down for the other person.
You want us to say it out loud or just write it down?
One way or another, you both need to have the other person's HP.
Okay. I mean, currently I'm at 30 out of 37.
I am at 12 out of 27.
You're good. You're fine. Go take a nap. Don't go exploring yet. Maybe drink one of those potions.
I'm so again, like hers is on her right hand ring finger. So it's like, well, ain't this fun?
Mm-hmm. Fun.
Mm?
Now I can know how bad you get hurt when you touch doors that you're not supposed to touch.
Aw, you think about me. How lovely.
You can also
No,
tell
I
each
care about
other's.
my mana pool.
You can also tell each other's condition. Currently, you are both healthy.
Yeah.
Healthy.
As I said, my favorite lizard, you care. I'm kidding. Um
You do,
I'm gonna drink this.
unfortunately find that Autumn Crowley herself does not have the well-fed, healthy mark, nor do you, as you both
Well, I
haven't
mean,
eaten since, like, God knows when.
No, actually he does because he ate a good berry.
Okay,
no Oni. Oh, did I eat the good berry? I did eat the good berry. You're
Did
right.
alright, so he has the well-fed mark. You don't.
I does not.
You haven't eaten since morning. It's night.
It's fine. Autumn is just gonna be like, alright, well, I'm gonna head off to make sure Capri doesn't get injured. And I'm gonna take care of Arachne. Just please be careful. Yeah?
Talking to me? I'm gonna go crash out. It's nap time.
I literally she will say that before she leaves, like to Spike. Could be like, please just thank you for everything you did. You did not have to heal me, but I appreciate it. And if anything happens, I will run to come get you.
Mm.
All right. Now
Don't explore too far until we can all group back up, though.
I promise
Is
I
what I'm
won't. I can't promise about Capri, but I promise I will not because I already know and I've already went down there. Now, go get some sleep. I'm gonna go catch up with Capri.
Yep, it's crash out time.
All right.
Okay.
So Autumn will leave to try and catch up with Capri.
To clarify, Rose, because I'm not an absolute idiot, I am going to lock my door before going to bed.
Alright. Then we move back over into the town and over to the church again as
Mm.
the party moves back over.
Oh.
I may note that during this time, all of these people aren't here anymore, and I need to move them off further to the side. What? One Lillian Guerrero has returned to the church and is only just starting to get through all of her scheduled duties.
Oh, hello again.
She notices that the door has been left unlocked and that she's actually able to enter the building. But as soon as you say, "Oh, hello again," she turns around and goes, "Oh, hello?"
Uh, um, I'm so sorry. Can we come in? I think my spider is currently molting at the moment, and I think she's in the middle.
Pardon? I
Uh,
just got back, but sure, please feel free to come in.
oh, of course. I'm sorry. I thought you were here this the whole time. I must have. I am so sorry.
She has not been here this whole time. She left early in the morning to go do her duties at the graveyard, only to come back late at night to do her duties here for the graveyard shift.
Yes. Again, I'm so sorry. It's been a bit of a crazy day. Um, can we come in?
Yes, of course. Please come in. She
Thank
walks
you.
on in through the door and uh let me remind you, you left a lot of people dead everywhere, so even though it's not seen on this map, there are dead bodies and like puddles of blood.
Capri's gonna look to Lillian. I'm assuming she's reacting in some way to the sudden
Yeah.
appearance of these.
Lillian, who is very much a blue tiefling, has gone pale. She looks like
Hey,
she's mentally and emotionally starting to check out.
And now I regret not being here for this. Damn it.
Hey, Lillian.
Mm?
I'll
She-
make this nice and simple
She kind of
because
looks at you and goes, "What?"
it turns out your employers here were in fact a bunch of ne'er-do-wells trying to poison the people of this fine town.
Really?
Yeah, do you want to see the proof?
She kind of looks over at like everything that's in front of her, all of the blood, all of the bodies, and goes, "No, not really."
See, the correct response, Capri, would have been, look what Oni did while the rest of us were asleep in the same room with alibis.
Autumn will say to her,
If you're going to try and calm this one down or
No.
try and help her understand this, it's probably going to take a while.
No.
Which room was it that led down?
Autumn will.
Just tell me which one.
She looks
It
over at
was-
you and says, "There's a room that leads down?"
Yes. My lovely figure who was with me noticed I was under a sleeping spell and I wasn't waking up. And I had a very sinking feeling that something wasn't right. And I then found out that oh my god, what is his name?
If you're going to get into juxtaposition for her, just tell me where the room that leads down is.
The name of the dude.
I don't need the dude.
Well-
Are you talking about the father, Michael?
Yes, it was in his room.
Okay,
Can
wonderful.
I have Autumn roll me a history?
Yes. Do you want me with it?
Just do it normally.
Got it. That is a not 20 with 6. That is a full 26, my love.
You do remember that night when you crawled into bed with Arachne and people slowly started coming in to head to bed themselves. You felt unbelievably tired. As you closed your eyes and fell asleep on the pillow, you realized 3 things. 1, Lillian was definitely not back yet by that time. 2, the bed you were sleeping in was likely Lillian's. And 3, that you didn't wake up even though your companion, your lovely Arachne, tried her best to wake you up. In the morning, when you finally did wake up, after Arachne trying her damnedest to wake you up, you came outside and noticed under the tree Lillian was sleeping under the tree.
Yes, that's right.
At no point in time had Arachne ever said that Lillian walked into the bedroom. At no point in time had Arachne ever left your side. You
Yes.
don't know where Lillian's been between the times of you going to bed and you waking up.
Yeah. So yeah, Autumn will state that like she just don't wake up. Like her companion tried to wake her up, but nothing was happening. So the point being, though, I think I need to make sure that Arachne is okay. Capri, do you want to make sure Lillian stays safe?
Look, Lillian, I'm gonna be blunt with you.
As he's talking to
Do
Lillian,
you want to see the proof of the fact this place was an actual havoc maker, or do you just want to say screw it and go off and do what you want to do? because there ain't much left here for you. Not unless you want to go looting through one of those back rooms for things that might do you good for moving forward.
I think I'll go with you. I think I should see the carnage for myself.
Carnage.
And Capri is going to make his way into.
Oh, I keep forgetting that the walls and everything are damaged.
Yeah, there's a lot of very damaged walls, a lot of holes in many different locations, of which I didn't remember to draw them down. So, fuck them.
Love it.
This window, I remember being absolutely shattered. The doors are. They're in pieces.
Gone.
This wall is just not existent. So, yeah, she's gonna follow you there, Capri.
Do I see Arachne all safe and sound?
You do see Arachne all safe and sound. Her cocoon, really. Her shed is going pretty well. She's gotten most of her legs out of her, shed skin.
Ah.
She's just missing, all of her face, really.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It takes
So,
a lot
this-
longer to get shed off of the face than it does for them to get it off of their back. For spiders.
Well, as Autumn sees this, she's actually then going to move over to where the sisters did all of their thing to grab the book from the table, and then go back to Arachne.
Did you know the sisters did shit back there?
Yes,
Did I-
because remember, Autumn was going to originally work there, but then didn't and was working in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So Autumn will grab that book and slip it into her bag, and then
It's still there.
So,
and then go back.
Spike,
Hi.
you distracted me. Thank you. Do you know how you distracted me there, Spike?
No, what did I do?
Drugs.
Drugs.
Yes,
Eggs.
it's the drugs for me.
Mm-hmm.
Very much
So
distraction.
many drugs.
Very drugs.
So many drugs.
Drugs.
Sorry, I'll be quiet while I'm not there.
Oh, I gotta play that game again sometime.
Eggs.
But yeah, the door that's in front of you there, Capri, is wide open. No one closed it behind them because no one needed to.
And is there, in fact, a hole in the floor?
You see the signs of not only there being a hole in the floor in front of you, but something had a blast here. Like, there are signs of dust and dirt and debris having been flung around the room here.
Yeah. Which match up to Spiku's story of me being fucking blasted.
Lillian looks down the hole in front of her and says, "So how are we gonna get down?"
Well,
There is no ladder.
yes.
But there are pillows.
There are pillows at the bottom, making it a softer landing cushion.
And also an Oni.
That's okay. Capri always comes prepared because apparently that's the thing I do.
Well, yeah, you're basically dad of the group, so this is great.
Yeah, you don't expect the rest of us to come prepared, do you?
Let's
I'm just here for the murder.
Right. So I got a few things that can get us down safe. So Capri's gonna pull out a python, a bunch of rope, and a hammer. And he's gonna essentially python into the floor near like a foot away from the hole. Tie rope to said python and then drape the rest of the rope down the hole.
Are you tying the python, the rope into a noose to attach it to the python?
Like I am tying the rope to the python directly.
Do you
Like
have a
I'm giving.
specific type of knot that you're trying to pull off here?
I'm going to use the equivalent of a hammock camper knot, like the kind that you tie to ensure a hammock does not fall from where it is set.
Okay.
Uh, it's the kind of knot where you loop
Like
around
a
it.
bow and knot.
Yeah, it's kind of a bow and knot. Yeah, you've got to loop it a few times, pull it through those loops that you make, and essentially create
I'll be right
a
back.
yeah. I guess the most basic of it would be it's a bow and knot that he makes
Roll me
to ensure that.
performance.
Oh boy, performance. Oh boy, I guess I'll give this a go. 18.
Yep, you managed to tie the knot very sturdy.
Hooray. Um, yeah, the moment that he's got that sorted, he'll kind of, tug to make sure everything's nice and sturdy, and then he'll drape the rest of the rope down the hole. He has a full 50 feet of rope currently, so um, he's not sure how deep the hole is, but from the distance he gave it and whatnot, if it's deeper than 50 feet, it's just dangling.
No, you hear it land at the bottom. Although it sounds like it landed with a pumph instead of a
That's fine.
like the sound of it hitting something soft and filled
Mhm.
with feathers.
I think at that point, if Lillian is apparently going to try and accompany me, I'm going to carefully set myself to hold the rope, while also making sure the python has a hold of it, and gesture for her to go first. I'm gonna basically, I'm gonna go ahead and hang on to this to make sure everything is 100%. Not that I don't trust myself with my knot work, but I want to make sure you ain't gonna get hurt going down.
Uh, all right. She then shimmies her way over to the rope and starts to make her way down. Remember, she's not that great at strength, so.
I mean, if she's
Well,
climbing
that's
down,
nat 20, so that'll do.
oh, nice.
She
So just
manages to climb her way all the way down, surprisingly without any issue.
wonderful.
Uh, do you then climb your own way down?
Just gonna double check Caprice stuff just to make sure he can do this safely. 'Cause he is a he is a hefty lad.
The
See here.
heftiest of lads.
It's true. I'm pretty sure I'm fatter than most of you. Yeah. Okay, so I think he'd be good. I don't exactly have Furball, do not eat that sticker.
The furball eats the sticker.
No, don't. You know you're keep going. Out of here. You too. Yeah, both of you.
The fuzzballs eat the sticker.
Oh, I love you and all, but no. Quit eating things like that. Okay. That is. Whew. Just didn't want them to start eating stuff that would have made them sick.
Mm-hmm.
Probably close the door behind you, hon.
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, I think then, yeah, Capri is going to uh, attempt to make his way down carefully and slowly.
Please roll me a strength.
Just a strength check, like,
Yep, just a strength check.
This isn't gonna be fun. That is a 9.
Yeah, it's not great for the face of the operation to do strength checks now, is it?
Yeah, I'm not a strong boy.
Well,
I'm a smart boy, not a strong boy.
you take a hold of the rope, and after a few seconds of trying your best to hold as you climb your way down, you end up sliding instead all the way down, gaining a hefty amount of rope burn on both sides of your hands.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You land both feet down on top of something soft and then also something squishy.
Oh no, do I land on her?
No, you land on top of a pile of pillows, underneath which you can see one of your feet has landed on a Dragoni's face.
Wow, way to respect a corpse.
The moment that he's able to get his bearings, he's gonna roll off of the pile and get up and look to the pile itself in confusion until he sees what wasn't fluffy.
You manage to kind of look between the pile and the cushions and realize that under which is one Dragoni.
Fuck. Okay. This is all right. I'm going to move the pillows off of him and kind of sit him up against the wall
You
carefully.
move the pillows off of him. Please roll me another strength check to try and get him out of the very much non-stable mud ground after being thoroughly smushed into it by accidental people stepping on him anyways.
Accidentally.
I will admit I forgot I had this available to me. I have powerful build, so I can lift, move, drag, and carry things as if I'm one size category bigger.
Then you should have had advantage on climbing down that rope.
I'm sticking with what happened because I'm a dumbass who forgot to read my abilities. Because I thought I had something but didn't think of it. But I have it. I'm gonna use it to move Oni.
Alright. You managed to move Oni out of the crevice where his body had landed. Uh, and lean him against the wall where you assume there was once a ladder. You see
Um,
signs of acid damage on the walls as you prop him against them.
Once he is propped and comfortable, uh, Capri's gonna kind of stand up and look about where he is,
You find
and
yourself in a corridor.
because he
Lillian
is
continued on ahead of you while you were propping up the Kitsoni.
once he's kind of up and comfortable, Capri is at least going to, because even though they cleared it out, he's not liking this, so he will have prepped magic stone and is going to cautiously make his way forward through the hallway to this room.
You find yourself in a very open, very much empty room. It appears to look very much like Tavern's interior of a bar, but based on the location, this is definitely not normal for a bar to be.
I'm gonna look over. Lillian is still kind of like, are they just aimlessly kind of looking around, confused, or like, can I get a gauge of what they're feeling seeing this?
Roll me an insight.
Oh, poop water. That is a nat one.
I
Lillian
feel like
looks very stone-faced right now. Based on her earlier expression upstairs, you figure maybe she's not so concerned about there being an underground base. Or maybe she's super concerned about it and just doesn't know how to express it. You don't know.
Autumn should have told Capri that all the traps were disabled.
He's just cautious no matter what. So
You did not tell him all of the traps were disabled, so as far as he's concerned, there are still traps.
That is true. I will say, I presume that Autumn, once she's grabbed that book, is now sitting with Arachne and just chilling there. She's reading the book.
I would assume so.
Yeah. I would assume she'd read the book until she passes out.
Okay.
She passes out. She will um put a shield around Arachne.
Cool. Autumn, as soon as you find yourself passing out, please give yourself 1 point of exhaustion.
Yep.
Reason why
Will
is you ate early in the morning and haven't eaten since.
Yep. I understand. How do I do that?
exhaustion. That's a condition, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I'll figure it out.
Just write it down
Wait,
somewhere for now and say 1 point of exhaustion.
perfect. Because literally, as she's just passing out, because she does get a long rest, but she is exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to Oh, wait, no, it's fine. I recover that one level exhaustion once I eat. Okay,
Yes, you will.
gorgeous.
I'll get that until the morning when you decide to actually do that.
When you decide to actually do that, yes.
So I guess for some expediency, so that way then it's not taking up forever. Um, Capri would want to try and keep, would basically tell Lillian to stick close. Um, we're going to explore down here to just ensure that everything is clear and that Capri is specifically going to be looking for any supplies he can plunder and make better use of.
You do find a lot of supplies that you can plunder and or make better use of.
Did he find the bust?
Uh, yeah, you would be able to find the bust.
Do you want the bust?
The bust of what?
Oh, well, so when me and, out of game, when me and Spikey went through, found that bust was worth 200 gold.
You find the bust of what you can only assume is some man in his
Yeah.
early 20s, maybe late 30s.
Hmm. It looks finely made.
It looks very finely made.
I'm just asking if you were gonna take it so then we can have more coffers.
Well, Capri, considering the shenanigans these folks were up to and whatnot, Capri's gonna, yeah, he's gonna take supplies and he's gonna take anything he can find that looks like it has value, knowing full well that it's better to keep it out of the hands of those that associate with those folk. So, the bust in question, he'll probably take that and throw it into his bag. Do I know who it's a bust of?
Roll me a history.
I give that at a game guidance.
And please, yes, do add how's that? Do it with advantage, as you've seen this person kind of recently.
Oh, okay. I will roll that again and see some history again. The original was an 11. This time it's a 22.
Cool. This reminds you of an old man that has been coming in and out of your tavern for like the past God knows how many weeks. It's been a
This is
little
a bust.
bit, but still, this looks
This is
like
the bust of my wizard friend.
this looks like him in his very young age.
Damn. Hot.
All right, I am listing this as
Roll me
bust
a
of
charisma save.
old. Oh my god,
Roll that charisma.
charisma save. Okay,
How'd that go?
that's a 12.
Oh shit.
You do find that him in his younger form looks surprisingly more attractive than normal.
Yeah, it does. Very good looking gentleman. Smash or pass? Smash.
Okay, I am going to add to my inventory a bust of old wizard friend when he was young in brackets.
Very attractive.
You want to know the name of your old wizard friend?
Yes.
Yeah, he never gave me the name. It just we just got along really well.
He did give you his name.
Did he?
Yes.
Okay.
You asked him for it. His name is Valandeth Silvereyes.
Such a
The
name.
land Silver Eyes?
Yep. His eyes did not particularly look silver.
Fine.
Oh.
Can I potentially, from just seeing the craftsmanship and whatnot, gauge a rough value of this thing?
Yeah, I would say so. Yes, roll me investigation.
Sure, I can give you that.
Shove it into that bag of holding.
Nah, that's another nat one.
Cool. Based on the fact that the man you saw at your bar looked very much old, you assume this is worth quite a pretty penny. You're not certain to who it would be worth quite a pretty penny to, but you assume it's at least good 50 gold, if not more.
Okay.
While you're investigating it, though, you do notice that this particular bust does have silver eyes.
Interesting. Okay. Alrighty. I guess the question will be, what else in the exploration of myself and Lillian do I find down here? Would you like me to just kind of roll a couple investigations and see what pops up?
Yes, please.
How many would you like?
You 3.
Would I be able to roll them at advantage with Lillian helping you?
Lillian will help you on one of them, but she
Okay.
won't help you on the other two, as the other two are a little bit more obvious.
Sure. All right.
What?
I'll roll the first one at advantage and get that one out of the way.
What are you looking for?
That will be a 19 for the first one.
Okay.
And for the other two, the second one is a 13. And the last one will be a 18.
Cool. Uh, For the 13, you find that there is quite a good deal of unspoiled food left over here that you can take with you. On an 18, you find even more frog juice and quadrupled whiskey in a nearby room. This one specifically, because it has a lot more barrels.
How big are the barrels?
If you were to try and hold it with one arm, you would have to make a U or C shape upside down.
Okay, so it's kind of like if I put a rolled up sleeping bag under my arm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not too bad.
With the 19 investigation, though, you do find something a little strange.
Okay. I miss on these.
Um, I'll just throw this out there, but the unsoiled food, how many pounds of food do I find?
You find at least a good 10 pounds of unsoiled food.
Okay.
The final thing you find while searching around with the assistance of Lillian is one handy spice pouch.
Oh. Okay. Spice pouch. Okay. Oh, the Heward's handy spice pouch.
Yep.
Cool. Add that to my inventory then. Hot damn.
Seems like they were well stocked. Though there's a major debate as to whether or not they were trying to be nice to their patrons or trying to poison them with the frog juice.
It technically fit a sleeping bag in a 2-foot diameter space.
2 feet by 2 feet? Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, okay. I just need to do some quick math in my head here. For the room with the barrels of booze, um, and you say each one's about the size, the kind of sizing that would be like a sleeping bag under the arm.
Mm-hmm.
How many barrels of the whiskey do I find?
You find 4 barrels of the whiskey.
Wonderful. I am gonna stow those in my bag of holding.
Cool. Do you
I
also
will
take
leave.
the frog juice?
I. How many barrels of it are there?
There
Do
are
it.
6 barrels of frog juice. One of them seems to have turned, based on scent
Ooh.
alone.
I'm gonna quickly go grab something.
What do you mean? Go grab something, huh?
My mom is sitting on vacation.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. You go get your meds, and we'll get on that. Okay. Arden's gonna step out for a few moments to go grab some medication.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna add to my inventory then 5 out of the 6 barrels of frog juice.
Do you know which one is turned?
I'm going to smell them as best I can to ascertain if one smells more rank than the others.
Roll me an investigation with advantage, as you do have proficiency with cooking tools, so you would have some idea and knowledge as to what possibly bad smells like.
Um, Investigation?
Yes.
Okay, investigation with advantage.
Yes.
All right. That will be a 19.
Cool. Despite most of the barrels smelling pretty dang foul, you immediately notice the one that is the most foul because it is slowly creating a pool of its own fluids on the floor.
Mm.
It smells somewhere between rotting fruit, rotting meat, and what you can only assume is black mold.
Ooh. Yeah. So yeah, Capri will absolutely avoid that barrel and proceed to stow away the others as best he can.
Okay. You managed to stow the others.
I'm just checking some things so I know kind of sizing and whatnot for how much weight this is going to take up in my bag. Good thing I can do shitty math.
I make note that the frog juice's barrels are ostensibly smaller than
That's
that
fair.
of the quadrupled whiskey. The quadrupled whiskey is, yes, the size of a sleeping bag. The unfortunate frog juice is about the size of a pillow, so you can wrap both arms around it and hold it to your
Hmm.
chest.
Looks like based on sizing for most kegs and such, I'm looking at about, for at least that size, I'm looking for at least 20 pounds minimum per. So I'm going to list each one around that weight. And they all, oh, there they are. Alrighty. Each one's going to be running 20, so it'll be about 80. Ooh, okay, never mind. I want it per.
Your
There
passive
we go.
perception is 11, right?
My passive is a 15.
Ooh. You still don't notice.
Wonderful. Um,
Capri, check
I'll
your coin purse.
that that's the good thing about my coin purse. It is neatly tucked away within the confines of my bag of holding.
Yeah, but technically your bag of holding is open to the world right now, which is a funny thought,
Would
though.
Well, it would still mean going in, and then the thing is with bag of holding, the items inside don't appear unless the individual specifically asks
I already did.
for exactly what's inside.
What's going on? Oh, okay. Thank you. This is my mother. Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Alright. Love you. Love you. Can you take the cat? There we
Cat
go.
noises.
I love my boy. He's cute.
Alrighty. I guess after that, those rounds of investigation for odds and ends, um, I'll basically turn to Lillian and be like, right, let's go ahead and maybe hobble on out of here. I
Yeah.
think we're pretty much done here for now.
That sounds like a good plan. You
I
see
mean,
that
hey,
she's holding a small Bible-sized book in her hands.
do I see any wording on it?
It is a small black book. There is no wording on the outside of it. They didn't include wording on the outside of most books.
No, never hurts to ask that question at least. I did notice that she didn't have anything like that when we came down here, though, yes?
Yeah.
I think he, just for the basic curiosity of it, Capri will kind of ask as he's leading the way back to the rope. That up and looks a little fancy. What'd you up and find?
She kind of holds the book a little closer to her chest and says, "It's apparently the logbook for everything."
You mean the logbook for stuff that happened down here?
Yes.
I mean, that's definitely the evidence that the authorities are definitely going to need. Did you poke around in it, see anything in particular?
Yeah. Um, there's one part I'm probably gonna end up removing.
Insight.
Alright, you want to insight that set of words? Sure.
Yeah, I want an insight to see if I can read that either either she said that in pertaining to herself, or if she's saying that because she wants to help somebody by doing that.
Alright, roll me the insight.
That's a halfway doo-doo roll. 11.
It sounds kind of like she's talking about either herself or someone else. It's probably not something that the church had anything to do with, but maybe
Hmm.
it does. As it's the logbook for the church, so anything written there would be about the church, right?
Hmm.
Right.
I think he'll look to her like, well, if you gotta take a piece out before it going elsewhere, I'm not gonna question why you up and gotta do that. But I will say, if it's up and pertaining to yourself in some means, I got no qualms you doing so. You probably don't want to be dealing with whatever the fuck's going on here, and I don't think we want you dealing with it either.
She hears that and says, "Thanks."
No worries.
Now roll me a
I would
strength
say
check to try and crawl out of this hole.
With advantage.
that is true. Um, if if she is willing, I will take both of us up because I do have the capacity to do so with powerful build. And all the stuff I picked up, the weight is negated by the abilities of the bag of holding.
Okay. Um, she will allow you to help her up, as I'm going to say right now, her climbing speed to get up is a lot less than her climbing speed to get down. What I mean by that is, I never created this character to climb.
That's perfectly fine. I will help her as best I can, so I will roll my climb to get us up.
Okay.
Come on, Capri, do not be weak sauce.
She
Don't you get a bit?
continues holding on to the book, but what position are you climbing with her up? Is
I
she in one
basic
arm and you're climbing up that way, or is she around your back and you're climbing up that way?
I'm gonna say having her round my back, like have her wrap arms around my neck as best she can, and I will use both arms to climb up for us.
Okay.
And
Uh,
that is 19 either way as I roll double 18.
cool. Let me roll to see if she can hang on. Because this
Oh
is
no.
40 feet up, 40 feet down. That's a 15. Yeah, she manages to hold on. So you both
Once,
manage to get back up to the top of the hole.
you know, once we're up there, I will once we're up and sturdy, I will proceed to reclaim my python and rope, to stow it away.
All right. You stow away your python and rope.
Right. I think for right now, maybe take the night, rest up,
I keep forgetting I
and
also have the bowl with me.
and I'd say for you, Lillian, once the morning hits, you want to put that evidence in the hands of the authorities so that the folks who tried to really scurvy up this place can be dealt with proper for whoever's left, and you do what you want.
She says, all right. That would be her plan anyway.
Just stay safe, right?
All right.
And I think Capri is going to head on out, and probably when he leaves the church, he'll close the doors, like the main doors behind him, and head back to the tavern. Uh, uh, or no, shit. He's going to tell Lillian that, but once Lillian is up and everything, does Lillian start to leave, or does she do something else?
Once she is out of the hole, you see that the book in her hand, she is slightly thumbing through a little bit in order to find the page, but aside from that, she seems to absentmindedly look up and around and think about a few things. Because usually, and this is the funny thing, usually she sleeps here in a bed in the church, and she can't do that.
Okay.
So
If
she's
it looks like she's in that kind of like she's pondering what to do, um, I'm gonna make a suggestion to her.
okay.
I know my one friend is gonna probably try and stay here to watch over her spider companion. Um, I doubt anything's really gonna happen here at this point, but you could either stay close to her and keep her safe here, at least have a little company, or considering the situation at hand, you can take up a room for the night at our tavern. Because I get the feeling you don't want to up and stay here with how things are gone.
I think I will gladly take up a spot at your tavern. Before we go, though, you said your friend is going to be staying here for the night?
Staying as long as her spider friend is here.
Yeah, because I would actually say, would they be able to see me passed out?
From the
If
empty space of the door, when they get close enough to it, yeah, they'd see you passed out.
Okay.
As soon as they both take notice that you are fast asleep in the center of the building, Lillian does something very much expected for a cleric, really. She walks over and from a bag of holding on the side of her hip, she pulls out a tent and covers both you and the spider with the tent.
Yeah.
Because this area is open to the air and the
Oh,
elements,
that's fair.
and there's no tree there to protect you from them.
Yeah.
It's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah. Um,
So she leaves you with a two-person tent.
I think the only thing I got left here then, before scampering back to the tavern, is Capri is going to attempt to go back for Oni.
All right.
He's going to attempt to go back down and essentially piggyback Oni onto himself and kind of use a bit of the rope to tie Oni to himself once he's at the bottom.
Roll
Since
me
they're
the strength check to go down and the strength check to come back up. Lillian will note that as soon as you come back up with Oni's body, that there is a place where he can be safely buried. Because she is the gravekeeper.
enough. The first roll is a 14.
You managed to get down safely because it's only you.
And then to head back up is a 12.
You are struggling. It is surprising how much a dragonborn can weigh, especially when you leave on all of his armor and his weapons and all of his other stuff that he has on him, including his backpack.
Yeah, Capri wasn't thinking that. He wanted to get his buddy up.
Man, it's taking a while.
Capri's still gonna do it. He's gonna muscle through it because it's his buddy.
You managed to get 20 feet up. Roll me another strength check.
Okay,
He is heavy.
come on, buddy. You're getting up this ladder. 19.
You managed to make it to the top of the rope. It's not a ladder.
Yeah,
You managed
it's a rope ladder.
you managed to make it to the top of the rope with your buddy Kitsoni, the Dragonborn. You realize very quickly that not only was he heavy, but you had to power through it and muscle through it.
Yeah, the
I mean,
moment he's able to get to the top and kind of pull his fat ass out of the hole, he will heave and hoe and kind of flop over. I swear, I used to be able to do that a lot better.
How tall
Whoa.
is one Capri?
How tall is Capri?
Mm-hmm.
Capri is 6'3".
Cool. Because if I remember correctly, Dragoni was. Let's see. How tall was Dragoni? Oh, of course, he didn't write that down for me. I'm assuming he was about 6'5", so he was like an inch shorter than you, an inch taller than you.
That's fine. Yeah, Capri will just take the time to take a breather before eventually uh, piggybacking, um, giving him the equivalent of a piggyback so he doesn't look out of place to people around, and see if Lillian can lead him to the grave site so he can give him a proper burial.
Lillian does manage to lead you to the graveyard. It's just a bit out of town and past your rival's tavern, so it takes a little bit. But when you manage to get there, she helps you place him into a cold room to keep him overnight, so that when she gets back in the morning, she can deal with him then.
I really appreciate you helping us out like this.
It's nothing. You guys helped me out.
True. All right, come on. Let's go head back to ye old tavern and take a well-deserved night.
Yes.
And he will lead back to our tavern, and for a night, she'll get free room for one night.
All right. She doesn't accept free room. She does pay for her room.
Fair enough.
But
Does that?
she does stay for one night. Early in the morning, before you even manage to wake up for your morning preparation there, Capri, um, you find that she has left a note on your bar saying, "Have gone to the graveyard. Will be back, maybe."
He'll smile at that note and tuck it away into his pocket and begin morning prep.
Cool.
I assume if that is what's going to be found in the morning, a long rest has occurred then?
Yes.
Hooray! Which I will ask, at this point, would Arachne have fully molted?
Yes. At this point, Arachne has finished her molt. She realizes that you are there, so she manages to curl herself not quite on top of you, but like behind your head in order to keep your head off of the grass and mud.
No. At this point, because Autumn will wake up, and how big is now Arachne?
She is 5 by 5, so she's the same size as good sized child. Before she was
Alright.
about the size of a baby and could shift from big to small. Now she's about the size of a child and can shift from being the size of a child to the size of your palm.
Hey, I love those. So at that point, once Autumn wakes up, she will also take a look at the bowl that she has in hand.
Thank you for the lurk, Moth. Nice to see you
Yeah,
around.
I was gonna ask about the abomination.
Yeah, because Autumn's been holding on to the bowl.
It is a bowl.
It is still a bowl.
Roll me an investigation. There, Autumn.
Hell yeah, I will. With advantage or disadvantage? Or just regular?
Just regular investigation.
Got it. That is a 13.
You were holding a bowl.
I'm holding a bowl.
You're
Ah.
starting to wonder if you picked up the wrong bowl.
Ah.
I have made a note in my my tavern supplies of our newly acquired kegs of stuff,
Oh my god.
and I will add the food supplies to our food supplies, or I would have added them before going to bed,
Okay.
just because I'm going to remove them from my inventory at least to put them in our back room.
So
Cool.
with that, yeah.
What
I
the?
presume at
Mac?
what
Why? Why you jump scare me? Ow.
Ooh, jump error.
Woo. It's very loud. It's the jump scare. I hear it when it comes, and I'm like, wait a minute.
What? Who are you? At this point, Autumn will then, because I'm presuming she's gonna wake up and see Arachne is all different now. Does this mean Arachne can walk beside Autumn?
Arachne, yes, can now walk beside Autumn without having to be carried by Autumn.
Oh, that's lovely. All right. So at this point, Autumn would have woken up and would have talked to Arachne in her head, be like, "All right, darling. Um,
Arachne
I think
looks slightly different.
oh, what she look like now?"
Okay. Well, this is gonna take me a second to grab the Arachne,
Yeah, dude.
so that way I can show you on this screen instead of having to worry about every screen in existence.
That is fine. I totally get it. I'm excited to see my little girl grow. I feel like I would say I don't know if Autumn should leave the bowl here or take it back with her.
I also have to edit her health, as
Yes.
technically I need to roll.
This is
Plus
quite wonderful.
that goes up, so that's actually up to. I'm not accepting that roll. That's a crit fail. I'm not accepting that.
Not accepted. Fuck that shit. What was her roll for her health?
It was a 1.
That would just be mean.
What's a D10?
That was some good wizard health.
She's up
Sorry,
to
I think
16 HP.
I love it. Sorry, because I was like, I think she's a D10, so I was like, if you wanted me to help roll her health, I could have. But you got that.
Cool. I didn't know whether or not she was a D10 because I can't really tell all the time when I stare at these things. She is a D10.
Hey, I did remember this.
She's a D10 plus 4, so technically she's up a lot higher than that.
Hell yeah. Do you want me to roll it, or do you got it?
I would love for you to roll it because now I'm starting to get concerned that I'm in the not doing the correct.
All right. Yeah, no, that is a crit fail. We're not doing that.
We don't roll ones here.
Banishment. Oh, that's a 3. Oh.
Okay, we're not allowing you to roll this anymore.
Yeah, no, banish me from it, please. There we go. Do we get a good one?
That's a good one.
So that's actually bringing her up to 19 HP. Cool.
Nice. My girlie is so strong now. Look at my little girl.
Let me tell you exactly how she looks now. When she was small, it looked like the back of her body looked like the size of about a child's baby's skull. Now she's the size of a child.
Yeah.
About the size of a child. The back of her now looks like a skull still, but it looks more like if she were to let her webs go straight up and hang from the ceiling, like she would be a standing child skeleton.
Oh my god, I love her.
You have the spiders from Ocarina of Time.
Yes.
I still love her. She's still my child. So, with that, I will ask Arachne if the bowl I was holding moved at all.
Arachne looks at you for a second, looks at the bowl in your hand, looks back at you and goes, "Mother, I've been asleep."
Oh, that do be true. I'm sorry, sweetheart.
Mother, I have been tired.
Yes, did you eat the berries?
She looks over to where the location of the berries was and goes, "I think so. They are not there anymore."
Okay.
You also see that she is eaten her molt as well.
Okay, perfect.
Which is
okay,
not a normal thing for most spiders to do. But she needed it because specifically she had gotten so damaged that she needed the additional nutrients.
Yes. Sustenance. Okay.
She is still
So
slightly squishy in some places. It seems like her shell hasn't hardened up fully, but she is now in a state where she can move around more freely.
okay. So at this point, she will tell her, she's like, I think the bowl is a mimic that I'm currently holding in hand, but now I'm having a panic because I don't know if I grabbed the right bowl.
Okay, let's see. What is investigation under? Investigation is
Oh,
under
Intelligente.
intelligence.
Let me double check that for you.
it is.
It is. Yes, thank you. Thank you, husband. I'm trying not to die.
It's not like that was my main stat for most of my
Oh, it's
characters.
2d10s plus 4.
Well, no, that's just the hit die that she currently has.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's hit die. Yeah, she can't tell anything. Her eyes are just they're not wanting to work right now. She's still too tired.
Can I try and roll another investigation?
Sure.
Do you want to roll at disadvantage?
Roll at disadvantage, yes.
Oh shit. Sorry, hold on. That's not the correct roll. Oh, it's a roll and I'll just roll another one. Yeah. 12.
You're getting more and more suspicious of this bowl. You're hoping to God you've grabbed the right bowl.
Okay. What I will do is I will move the bowl into the kitchen and put potentially if there's any like extra food or scraps around in the kitchen, I will put them around the bowl.
All of the food scraps that were in the kitchen were probably maneuvered out of the kitchen.
Yeah. Or just like any like food or anything that could potentially.
You put it in the kitchen. The bowl does nothing. Did you forget you
Okay.
fed it for 2 whole days? It will not eat.
Yeah, forgot. Girl's just struggling.
If this is the
The
correct
girl.
bowl, you fed it for 2 days. It's not going to eat.
Okay, cool. So, okay. Anna's not just trying to figure out what she's gonna do with the bowl. Because she doesn't want to kill it because it's not doing anything. Because it's harmless, like it's not doing shit. Uh, at this point, I'll leave the bowl there, and I will go back out to Arachne and be like, okay, we should get back to the others so then they can at least see that you're all right
Thank you,
and
Asmo,
safe.
for the resub. I really do appreciate that. You've been subbed
Yay.
for 3 months. That's amazing.
Woo!
Hot damn.
All right. But yeah, so Autumn will come back to Tavern while leaving the bowl in the kitchen. She will return in because if I fed it for 2 days, she will.
It's going to stay satisfied till the end of today.
Okay. Yeah.
We will skip a little bit of time as the next event is the cooking competition, and it will take a bit of time between then and now. During that time, you leave the bowl in the church. The church is immediately searched by the entirety of the royal guard after receiving word that the church was not doing anything good, and all of the people who weren't churchgoers, all of the priests, all of the priestesses, all of the clerics and druids have been murdered.
Even Lillian?
Yeah, even Lillian, who, although handed the book to the royal guards and told them of the stuff that had happened, removed herself from the entire equation and instead made it look like she died earlier on.
So proud of her.
You really, really shouldn't be.
Yeah. I've probably made a mistake, but either way.
One way or another, the place gets ransacked. All of the things that were left behind have been thoroughly removed and cleaned. The king is not happy to hear that his one and only church in the center of town, uh, literally in the center of town, is corrupt. So he goes about making a proclamation that the next church that hopefully ends up in the center of town will not be one that is corrupt. He spends literal months searching for a non corrupt church. It doesn't ever work out.
Oh, poor baby.
I mean, it's the church. It's how it goes.
But for the next few weeks, everything seems to be going well. There seems to be preparations for the next major event, the cooking competition, of which many
Okay.
Holy
people
shit!
have
I've been
signed up for.
I have been muted this whole time.
Hello.
Rose, is the king interested in having a new church?
The,
Because I can put a new church up.
well, the king is interested in having a new church, but it has to not be corrupt.
Yeah, man. Why would you assume that the church that I would put up is corrupt?
Wizard.
I may make a
Um,
note that this is the only person who knows the smell of evil, Spike.
What? Evil? Whom? Whomst is evil?
Oops.
The king accepts your suggestion, but only if you bring a non-corrupt uh church, and he will know.
Hmm. Hmm. I'll have to figure something out.
I'm between like when we kind of before the church literally
Between this
and
time,
now.
yeah.
Does Valendeth come back? Like, do I see Buddy Silver Eyes in that time frame?
In the time frame, you don't see Valendith show up. But in that time frame, Autumn, you continually go back and forth uh, before the church got completely raided to check and see if your bull decides to eat any of the food. Uh, on
Yep.
the last of the 2 days, the bull does not eat any of the food because there is no food to be eaten.
Oh shit. Uh, Also, I would say that she would have lost her exhaustion at this point. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So she notices that the bull hasn't eaten anything.
Yep.
Okay.
During this
She will.
time, however, Capri, after 2 days pass and you see that Autumn is starting to get a little bit more anxious about whatever's going on, you hear from one of your patrons that your service is amazing and exemplary. He hands you back the bowl that he just ate soup out of and says he has never experienced a magical bowl in his life.
Where he takes that bowl in hand, gives the customer like the customer service smile, thanking them for their time of patronage, and he is going to just eyeball this bowl.
The
You crafty
bowl
little bastard.
the bowl appears as if it's a normal bowl, but like now when you touch it, it feels like it is pretending to have a spell cast on it.
Oh, the little guy!
I'm going to stir.
It is pretending to have prestidigitation.
What a lovely little guy.
I'm going to sternly whisper to this thing. As long as you do not eat the shiny things these people give to us, you can eat all the scraps you want.
Sure.
But if I find you eat money or the shiny things these people have, I'm not gonna be happy. Does the bowl react in any way?
Remind me, does stew cost more than a silver piece?
Does stew?
Yes.
The meal, yes. The meals are a partial meal. Like if somebody just stops in for a bite to eat, is 2 silver. Meals for that are covered by in cost are 5 silver
He
because it covers
touches
you for the day.
it touches none of the silver. As you continue to use it to serve only soup and stew, things that only cost silver, it never touches any of the silver pieces.
It doesn't touch the gold pieces.
It tries. It never gets close enough to touch a gold piece, but it tries.
He's a little guy! So at this point, when Autumn
Yeah,
sees
I will say Capri does not mention anything about it being here, but he does keep eyes on it as best he can.
I will say this, would Autumn have noticed at this point that the bowl is just not the same bowl
At
that
this
she grabbed?
at this point in time, you're starting to think you've starved this creature. Because as far as you can tell, it hasn't eaten any of the food in any circumstance. And as soon as the church gets raided, you no longer have access to that bowl.
Oh no. At this point, like Autumn would be back at the tavern. She'll whisper to Capri.
Yeah.
I think I accidentally killed.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but that sounds like a you problem and not a business problem. We told you it was gonna eat us out of house and home.
Look at Arachne.
Yes, please get her behind the bar as quickly as possible before the customers get antsy.
She will
Arachne
tell
doesn't come in through the front door. She makes it
Oh!
very clear that she does not want to be seen by people. And the only times she will accept being seen is if she is the size of your palm.
Oh!
So,
I'm so
while
sorry
you're
for
walking
her.
home, Arachne is crawling on top of roofs because a lot of people don't look up. And she knows that it's
That is
probably
true.
the safest location to be. She comes in,
I
however, through the back door and stays in the kitchen.
does she look cozy in there? I feel like we need to get her a little dog bed.
No, she'll be fine.
I feel like she needs a little dog bed.
She does look very cozy as she spins herself up a small web in the corner that quickly catches literally all of the fruit flies, flies, and other insects that could possibly ever be in this room.
Helpful. That's my girl. I love her.
So I guess I should ask then, since a kind of time gap is going to go forward. You said it's a couple of weeks.
Yep.
I guess would you? What is our profit looking like?
Let me roll for the people, because you at least see 5 people every single week.
5 people that will stay at the inn.
Yeah, 5 people stay at the inn every single night. They mainly use this double room full of double beds over here. Because this is a room full of just double beds. All of the 5 people are adventurers, so they come and go.
Okay.
But
Well, if
you
we've got
see a
them,
total of, I can't count. 10, 20,
are you adding all
30,
roll?
30, 47, 54? Is that 54?
18 plus 16 comes to 34, and then plus 19, so
That is 54.
44, 50. Yeah, I think 53, 54, around there.
Yeah, around there. Around 53, 54 people.
That take nights in the inn.
5 people take nights in the inn, 54 people all eat.
Okay. If that is the case, 5 people taking rooms every week.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are
And
specifically a hunting party.
okay, and I'm assuming because of those 3 roles, that's like the customers we had each week.
Yes.
Okay, so if that's 3 weeks, a group of 5 stays each night for a week. That's 8 times 5. Where's my phone? Never mind. I'll bring up a calculator on here. I'll do some quick math, but we're making some decent.
Here, I got it. Here.
How much does it cost to stay at the inn?
It costs 8 silver a night.
Just use my.
It's okay.
So that's 424 silver.
That would be the assumption.
7 is 280 per week. We have 3 weeks where they stay, so times that by 3. That's 840 silver for the 3 weeks of adventurers staying at the inn. Then, if we clear that out,
While they're doing this, Rose, can Autumn have
52.
tried to sell off that painting?
I would say yeah.
Can she sell it for that original 175?
For the original 175.
It was 200, but because I cut it to then roll it up, you said it dropped in price by 25 gold. Because it would not be hard for people to refix it with the right tools.
True.
Yes, they've gotten.
If it makes it easier, she could also go to one of the artisan guilds. Be like, I found this painting. I found it this way. Is there a way that you could restore it and I can give it to you for 175?
Roll me a persuasion.
Yeah. With advantage or just regular?
Just regular.
Okay. Come on, don't fail me now, girly.
All right.
Give me that dirty 20, my girly. That sweet, sweet dirty 20.
You do manage to make a deal.
So how much gold do I get?
You manage to get 150.
Alrighty, I'll take it. Gorgeous. Ooh. Goodness gracious.
6 times 54 equals 324. So that's 1063. Okay.
Would I say a month has passed by this point?
Been 3 weeks. It has not been a month.
Oh no, like since like we started working there, because I know you said that we would get things at discounted rate for a month.
Yeah.
For certain
Yeah.
benefits we have currently.
Yeah, that's what I'm just trying to figure out. Because if that's still going on, Autumn would try as once she sells a painting to try and keep that up for our tavern. Potentially. If it's not needed, then it's not to be worried about. Sorry, I feel really bad. I'm just honestly curious.
Should make a section in my notes.
Sorry, I'm getting distracted too, but yeah, you would have to try and make a deal.
Yeah, I can try and make a deal with the because I think Capri went to the to the guild.
I made my rounds, and unfortunately, due to my roles, the payments that I have per month for the guild for the tavern right now aren't super great. As it turns out, my roles basically amounted to people being racist to me.
Yeah, can Autumn try?
Autumn can try,
And just
yes.
beautiful. Would she get advantage because she's also a guild artisan?
She'd get advantage because she is a guild artisan and because she is a human.
That is true.
Because our current monthly grocery costs
Alright.
is 80 gold, and our current employee costs is 20 gold.
Alright, so with that being said, she's gonna try and fix that up. And she's gonna go talk to them to try and fix everything and to kind of keep our thing afloat.
Roll me another persuasion.
With advantage?
Yes, and tell me exactly how you would try and persuade them into making the cost for you purchasing items cheaper.
Oh, okay. So depending on where I went would depend on yeah, it just depends on where I go. Because if I go to like a guild artisan, I would show my card, like I'm a guild member. Like I run the tavern here, or one of the taverns. I run the Starfall Sanctuary, and I'm one of the co-owners. If it's just regular people, I'd be like, I help run one of the local taverns.
It is a trades location.
Cool. So she would just say, hey, I'm one of the co-owners for this. Is there a way that we can potentially make a deal where we can try and make it a little cheaper? So she'll kind of be in that way and just be like, I'm also a guild artisan.
Alright, roll me that
So
persuasion. That's a nat 20.
That was a nat 20 with 6. Look at my girl go!
They note, one of them takes a look over your expenditures and notes that your tavern has been doing pretty well recently. They're confused as to why the account was set to so high for specific goods, but they do take it down quite a bit in price, as they have received more gold than was originally required for certain items.
Yeah.
So what does she manage to put monthly cost down to now?
Your next month's cost is 40 gold pieces. It will go back up to 50 after the next month.
Okay.
Does she pay that now?
If you're going to negotiate it, you basically would have to then return to the tavern to get the coinage from the coffers.
Oh no, it's fine. I would just pay it out of my own pocket.
If you've got it, you can, but yeah.
Yeah.
So she will.
If you have the money now, then you pay it now. If you do not have the money right now, it will be taken from taxes.
Then what she'll do is she'll slide them the 50 and be like, this is for that. Can you take off 10 gold for next month? So I'll pay the full 50. Can you make it 40 for next month?
It's 40 for
Is
this
that okay
month.
with you? I don't mind.
Why would you pay more now?
Okay, fine. Then I'll just do the 40.
You're doing some weird reverse marketing there, hon.
I don't know. I'm a little geepy on the inside.
Yeah, you're getting the discount now, and then it goes back to normal price next month, which is still less than what I got negotiated with because people are racist.
Yeah, literally, Capri was negotiated to 80 gold pieces per month, and you just negotiated it to about half of what you were paying.
Yeah, so
She says thank you, and she'll blow a little like air kiss and be like, "You guys are such gentlemen and lovely ladies. You all have a fantastic time. Oh, and please stop by at our tavern. We would love to see you."
During
And
the
then she will
time
then
you are gone and dealing with the trading company, someone walks through the door of your tavern and comes to sit at the bar in front of you, Capri.
is our guy friend.
I will, while cleaning some of the supplies, or some of the steins, I'll make my way over and uh, kind of stand before them. Welcome to the establishment there, Philip. What can I do for you?
He raises his hand and says, "Fine bartender, get me your hardest drink." He appears to
Oh,
be
you.
a half elf, this man in front of you. He seems to be in about his 30s, maybe his 40s.
Check the age chart.
uh,
He's a
I,
half
I I
elf,
look
not a
up.
full elf. He's a half elf. 30s to 40s is correct.
I will. I'll look him dead in the eye with a smile. Like, you want the hard stuff, huh? You celebrating?
Yeah, actually.
Nice. All right. Give me a moment. I'll mix you up something. And yeah, Capri will immediately start to mix up a one of his because if he said heavy, right? Like the heaviest?
He said your hardest drink.
Yeah, I think Capri is going to attempt to put together another gutbuster cocktail.
He's
Alright.
trying to fucking kill
Yeah, in in a tall shot glass before him will be a colorfully layered concoction that he will just gingerly place onto the counter before him. Full warning, this is gonna hurt.
I'm sure it will, my friend. I'm sure it will. Is this literally
Uh,
the gut buster that you designed earlier on for the for Volandeth?
Wizard?
Yeah, for the
Yeah,
wizard. Cool.
yeah. This is the a gold a shot drink that hurts.
Tell me,
that
what's the
hurted it.
DC on that again for con saves?
I believe for the extremely heavy side, I think we put the DC around. I think we put it around 18 because like
It was heavy duty.
yeah, it was
Cool.
heavy duty. Volandith was just crushing the rolls.
Cool. He appears for a second as if he has taken a little too heavy a sip, but instead chooses to succeed the save. He gulps it down
Hey.
all in one go, slams the pint or glass back on the table, and says, "It's good to have one of these again. Give me another."
Capri will smile wide, even at the oddity of having one again, and will make one more and place it before this individual. I gotta say, you're handling it nice and smooth there, friend. What be your name?
Ah, friend. Good old friend. He again fails. He decides to succeed again. He's like, you're making these harder these days. But it's lovely to see you again. You can call me Valandith if you've forgotten.
The smile goes even wider as Capri looks to him and is like, I have been waiting for this moment for a while now, brother. I got a surprise for you. Did he ask for one more?
He succeeds the first two. Yeah, he'll ask for one more.
Capri will happily make one more, and after he gently puts it onto the counter, he's gonna go and reach into his bag
He says,
and proceed to.
before you show me anything, can you also give me a thing of soup?
Absolutely. I'll holler back to the kitchen, where I assume Spaiku is currently working away.
I can be now. I was unconscious on a bed, but I'll be in the kitchen.
Spaiku, I need a soup bowl.
Done and dusted.
Spaiku, roll me a d20, please.
Oh my god. Is the bowl gonna come to life?
Oh God, please no.
What is it? Is it slash roll d20?
Yeah, slash roll d20.
Right? Okay. Oh, unrecognized command. Because I forgot spaces. Oh no.
Okay. You grab a soup bowl, you fill it full of soup, you bring it out to the man.
No?
You hand him his soup. As soon as
Hooray.
you hand him his soup, he puts onto the table one platinum piece. The soup bowl eats it. The moment he realizes that, he, instead of putting the next platinum piece on the counter, reaches above the soup bowl to hand you the platinum piece and says, "Friend, I think we need a new soup bowl."
Can Capri, the moment that like this is happening, since like Capri is like present and whatnot, when he sees the coin being gone to be eaten, can I attempt to, like Homer strangling Bart, attempt to strangle the bowl to spit out the coin?
You can make the attempt. You will spill soup on your customer.
I thought it ate the soup.
It's not eating the soup.
No.
The soup is in it. It's not eating or touching the soup. It's reached out a little hand from the base of the soup bowl to grab this coin and pull it towards its own mouth. It's like Calcifer. Think of Calcifer.
Okay.
Bacon burn.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, I will take the new platinum from the friend, but I'm gonna lift up the bowl of soup, and I'm looking at dead in the flat face, because there probably is no face to this thing.
It
And I'm
has
just
a
gonna be like,
singular eye. Its eye is now clear as day. It appears now like this bowl has grown a slight bit larger, but it now also looks like there are intricate designs on the outside of this bowl.
I'm gonna look at this eye, like I'm gonna look him dead in the eyes, like, told you not to eat the shiny things.
It
You can have
surprisingly,
food.
it surprisingly speaks to you and said, "You gold shinies, no platinum."
I'm gonna let it slide this once, but let's avoid the real shiny stuff.
I have a question. At this point, would Autumn have returned and seen this?
You will have
No, I'm kidding.
returned and seen the bowl being held in the air and some dude sitting and drinking the heftiest drink there. May I note that this is
Getting
not.
super bad.
May I note that no matter what kind of creature this is, no creature should learn how to common this fast.
Capri's not even registering that. He's just more mad that it went against what he threatened ages ago. But he will put the bowl back down in front of Valendeth because it still has the soup, right?
It still has the soup. Yes.
Yeah, so he will place it down. The soup's still good. Bowl is
Chompy.
a little
Nope.
bit of a
We're not
problem.
naming it.
Yeah, we are now.
You're a little
Capri
far
never told
away.
me.
You're a little far away to hear him like yell at the bowl, and also all you saw was him holding the bowl in his hand. You see a very nice engraving on the outside, but you can't really tell if this is a bowl or a mimic. Maybe, just maybe, your friend Capri got a very specialized bowl made for this specific
I was-
guest.
Because I never told either of you that
Yeah.
it came back and that I found it.
I would make the
Mhm.
joke. With a passive perception, would I just notice that he's a little angry at this bowl for some reason, but I don't know why?
With passive perception, you assume maybe, just maybe, he's either trying his best to be careful to hand the soup over in this bowl, or that maybe this bowl is slightly cracked.
No.
Capri will, as he says, he'll lay it out and just kind of very quietly tell Valendez, like, don't worry about the bowl. Food is still good. Bowl is a
Valendith
little
does take the
lie.
Valendith does take the failure on this one, on his third drink, so he is very much starting to get intoxicated. Only starting.
Nice. Yeah, I will add that that platinum to our supplies. Once he does take like the food and like the last drink, before Capri returns to like still making drinks and other stuff, he's gonna pull the bust out of his bag and place it on the counter for him.
He looks
Look
at
what I found.
he looks at the bust of himself and goes, "Very pretty." He looks specifically at the eyes and says, "Ah, yes. Suzette made this nearly 400 years ago. Very nice."
Fancy.
Yeah, I thought I recognized certain details, so I figured I'd hang on to it till I ended up coming across you again.
It's a little unfortunate that you didn't find the secret of it.
Oh,
Capri's like completely blank. Secret.
Yes.
I mean, it's
He grabs the
It's real nice.
bust of himself and says, "Do you want me to show you?"
I'd be more than happy.
He says, "Is there a safer place than this? I don't want to ruin your floors."
cool.
Oh, we can always step outside for a moment.
Alright.
Just be careful of the spider in the back.
Oh no, I was just gonna step out front.
You and him step out front together. The moment that both of you get outside, he looks for a safe place to do this. And with one hand, lifts the bust of himself all the way up in the air before smashing it on the ground. It shatters into several pieces. Inside, there is nearly 10 platinum pieces.
Capri's eyes widen at the action taken, but then sparkle in the enjoyment of like, oh shit, we smashing, and oh shit,
That's a lot of monies.
that's a tiny little bank.
Yes, Suzette was known very well for her intense ability to not only craft a good piece of pottery, but to stash whatever she possibly could into it.
I gotta be more careful with what I keep finding.
You may have this.
Capri,
He waves to the platinum pieces on the ground. I have no need for
Capri
it.
will scoop up the coin, but he's going to hand at least one back to Silver Eyes for the one that was eaten by the bowl.
He will say thank you.
It's only fair after all. My untoward guest likes to eat shiny things.
He says, it's expected. Hey, at least think of the good side, right? Now that he's eaten a platinum piece, he will never eat anything less.
Wait, do you know what it is? We couldn't quite ascertain that.
Well, yes. It is unfortunately for you, my dear friend, a mimic. But specifically a mimic that only eats high value items.
So we're just gonna toss it then, right?
But if it means it doesn't eat anything less than the highest what it's eaten, it means that you'd only end up eating platinum stuff.
Yes. That or something of higher. Just, as long as you don't bring adamantine near it, you should be fine.
The likelihood of me finding something like that's going to be scarce to none, but it's good to know at least. Much appreciated, friend. Come on, let's head back inside so you can enjoy your meal.
Of course. He heads back inside to enjoy his meal. The soup is gone.
That little bastard.
Capri will take that bowl if it is still there, and he'll call out to Spaiku for a new soup.
Pours the soup and gets back to cooking.
Thank you, Spike.
The moment that Valandith notices that his soup is gone from the bowl, he says, well, that's a high compliment for you.
It
Do I
takes
hear
a
that?
moment. He's a little slow. It's like, oh shit. Yeah, Spike, for today.
Right? That's a lot. That's a lot. We're not charging enough for the soup, Capri. That's what I'm getting out of this.
Basically, what the mimic just told you without saying anything is all of the food that you've cooked has been worth more than silver, has been worth more than gold, has been worth more than platinum. At least to the mimic.
Interesting.
I love that we have an alternative way to feed the mimic that isn't coin. Just requires Spaiku being a good cook.
Right? Just requires me not screwing up the recipe. Got it.
It also means that it doesn't get bigger because it's not eating a metal or any type of rare gem. So it's getting in what it's putting out.
Perfect. And yeah, I have added the coinage to the coffers. Would the party like to know what the current coffers are?
Yeah, because I was waiting for you to give us how much we earned, and I was going to update it in my notebook. But if you've already did the math, let me know.
The current coffers, I will, because it's only been the 3 weeks. I don't think we'll need to pay the employees yet.
Oh,
But the current coffers, I know you took your coin to be able to pay for the groceries. Oh, you can remove that. That was me calculating copper coins for drinks on an average.
okay, cool. Sorry.
The current coffers are 556 gold, 17 platinum, 1,440 silver, and 1,063 copper.
Okay.
Mm.
I've got that updated on my notes too now.
Yeah.
But this is where we're
I
gonna
will.
end it for today,
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
as it is
We did
about 9:30,
business.
and I'm starting to get a little jittery in my seat from drinking way too much caffeine. So
Yeah.
There's a such thing as too much.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
If it's all right with you, Rose.
hmm
Much right, like literally after the tavern had closed for the night, Autumn will both tell Spikey and Capri. Oh yeah, I repaid for the month. I only had to pay 40 gold.
Nice.
Capri will get mad at that and verbally just be like, those racist sons of bitches.
And that goes back up to 50 next month. But
Those racist sons of bitches.
you want just to handle it all?
I'd like people to show a little decency to us different folk.
We
That
love you
doesn't
all.
sound like people at all.
And I will say this now in Orc. You are just as lovely as you are, Capri. If they cannot see that, then they are pieces of human fucking garbage. In Orcish, by the way. And then she'll give him a little pat.
Volandith will double that statement in Orcish.
I appreciate you people.
Mm-hmm.
No crying in the bar.
We love you.
It's okay. I'm gonna drown the glee I've
I think I'm
out
going
with.
to make you cry in the bar, because after 3 weeks worth of just being around, Pepper triples that statement in very bad Orcish.
Capri,
One tier. One tier.
Irregardless of what is going on at that exact moment, he is going to hug his kid. It is a straight bear hug of I am so happy right now.
I would look to Pepper and just ask, you wanted to teach you how to speak it.
She just did. She spoke it badly, but she spoke it. She's my kid. She's learning.
Yeah, but honestly to teach her how to be more pronounced in it. If she would prefer that. So
You're talking to a literal orc. I can do that myself.
okay, well, you wish?
But yeah,
You
no.
you give her a bear hug, and like for a few minutes it's awkward, but then she gives you a reassuring pat before
Yeah.
like removing her hands from the situation, because she has no clue what to do.
Yeah, Capri is just like smiling wide as can be, and yeah, the rest of that day in particular, he is just smile as wide as can be.
For the rest of the day, every time you pass out the bowl that is a mimic, it touches no one's coin, because no one brings platinum pieces.
Except for the
I'm so happy.
except for our lovely dude.
It also means the only food it'll eat is actual food.
Yeah, she'll just she can continue to feed it.
Oh no, we've been feeding it the good stuff, and by the good stuff I mean home cooked meals that come
Right.
from that come from Spike or myself. We're cooking it the good shit.
I just make poisons, my friends.
Yeah, we know. And
Anyhow.
on that note, do you have any idea how hard it is to stop her from eating random poisons?
Just I feel like Spaiku now literally is keeping like an eye on Autumn 24/7, dude. The signet rings be like, bitch, you better that.
She like wanders off randomly. She's like, "Oh look, poisonous mushrooms. Let's put these in my mouth." Agam 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 agam.
I mean, to
Like,
know whether or not her condition's not quite right.
That is true.
every once in a
I we
while, Autumn wanders off to go train in the forest for her now very much bigger Arachne, and then also pick some wild herbs. And every once in a while, Autumn picks something that is either poisonous in the sense of if she eats it, she's poisoned, venomous in the sense of if it bites her, she's poisoned, or, you know,
How
toxic in the sense of if she even picks it, it poisons her.
I have a question because of how dumb Autumn is.
Oh.
Because respectfully, she would do that.
It's
Could
the
she-
worst way to start a sentence.
Hold on. Would Autumn be able to have a small resistance to poison?
Roll me a d20 history.
You are going to kill yourself
No,
by
don't
being that person who ate mushrooms on a dare.
That is just 17.
Add it
Just
to
like-
your history. You have a +2 to whenever you get poisoned to resist the poison.
So
I
do
just-
I not?
You essentially, I guess, apparently now have a, if it involves poison, you have a +2 against being poisoned.
Yep.
It's just like I'm gonna be sitting in the bar reading a book, and then Capri will just like hear me sigh heavily, and he'd be like, and then he'll just look over and be like, "Did she poison herself again?" And I'm just like, "Yep."
Written into your history, into your past, there is young you having explored many a mountain and many a range in order to pick herbs to learn how to use them for poisons and potions, eating mushrooms in front of your father, concerning him greatly as he realizes, man, my daughter's gonna eat so much poisonous shit before she dies.
I will have to change that one.
Yeah. We'll make a note to make sure that it's not that you have resistance per se, it's that you have a +2 on top, a +2 to your roll to
Plus
prevent
two,
being.
+2 versus poison.
Yeah.
I just love how like Spike is like this bitch.
And she's poisoned again.
You
We
love
have-
me, you favorite lizard.
We have to set a separate fund to like make sure we can make vials of anti-venom.
Joke's
Yeah.
on you. You could already do that.
Daddy
Me-
could just literally be like, "Done. Stop
Yeah.
it."
You got your lay on hands and
It's
stuff.
called, I'm also a poisoner with anti-poisons.
But anyways, thank you guys all for coming to tonight's stream. I hope you all had a lovely time. I know I definitely did. I think it was so much fun that we managed to get through so much of the background stuff right before we get into next week's cooking competition.
I'm very excited. This is fun for me.
I am excited too, because I can't wait to throw you guys at your rivals and be like, haha, they cook better than you.
Visual. Yum. Num num.
But anyways, I will let everybody go now. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your night, and I will see you all sometime in the future. Hopefully I will get back to streaming sometime this week, so that way I will have more stuff to watch. But otherwise, have a lovely rest of your night, and I'll see you all then. Bye-bye!
Night, everybody.